It has only been a week since you got back from your excursion, and already you've started to get back into the groove of things at the academy. From having to deal with the never-ending coursework to making time to meet up with your friends, the school never truly gives you time to waste. Yet still, it seems that this month is a bit more calm compared to your first. Or perhaps it's merely you getting used to the scheduling or the campus itself. As you make your way through the academy's halls, at the start of yet another week, you notice a new class has appeared on your schedule. Following the directions from the tablet, you notice many familiar faces are also making their way to this new class.
Oh, what the fuck?
Not PE.
So one moment. Yeah, it's PE!
I did my time.
You did your... well, it's time to go back. 1 second. Where's my my school songs? Where's my...
Are we at the bottom because we haven't been chosen yet? That's so sad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where's my... Let's go.
Kel's gonna have an amazing time. He's like, yeah, PE!
He should have been chosen first. There
Oh,
you go.
There you go.
Ah, he's chosen.
You make your way to the outskirts of the Academy's grounds, heading towards the official force ball arena there. Used by the Academy for exercise, it's a vast dome with enough room to sit a good 1,000 or so visitors during peak sports season. For now, though, it has been prepared for your first class of broom flight training. Most of the students in this class are familiar faces to you all. They're already here, each holding one of the brooms you were given as you entered the grounds. 2 people stand in the center of the field. One is 1 second, let me move the camera, there it goes. One is Ronan Kahler, the teacher's assistant who has worked with you with your year before. The other is a young human woman with snow gray hair that's cut short, save for a long braid that runs down her back. She seems to be tapping her foot as she watches you all finally arrive, as waiting for you to also get in line. So yeah, now you can choose where you're gonna be in line. Just can't go by. It's like the upper left and upper right are already maxed out, so you gotta fill in between.
I'm going with my goblin gals.
Team Blonde!
Wait, we need to like join teams.
Yeah, you need to get in line.
There's a space next to Jess for you.
I hate how predictable you were there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, as everyone stands in one of the 2 lines, brooms in hand, the teacher finally barks at you all.
Yeah.
Well, not literally barks, but starts talking, obviously.
Werewolf teacher confirmed.
Alright, welcome to Broom Flight 101, a historical course. You won't have many lectures here, just a lot of hands-on experience. Grading is simple. You pass if you can fly a broom adequately. What is adequately? It's what I say it is. This older means of transportation is one that relies on one's inner balance of ether, which many thinks helps one better understand their inner flow. If you can't manage your ether, you won't be able to get your broom off the ground. Now then, I want you all to grab your broom and try to feel something from it. Don't worry if you don't get it on your first try. While these brooms are made to be easier to form a bond with, they are still merely mundane brooms. Alright, now, if you all would so indulge me, you must roll your spell check modifier. So like, if you're a warlock, it'd be charisma, wizards, intelligence. Just roll your check using your spellcasting stat.
Mine's wisdom, isn't it?
Yes.
What?
6. Alright. And then we add your proficiency bonuses to all of your rolls. So that's a 13, 20, 11, 7, 10, 18, 8, 19.
Not
All
only
right.
cheating with boots of flying.
Let me see. Starting from the upper left, Jeremiah, you're trying to form like this connection. You're kind of holding it, like trying like you're just looking at it. For you right now, it's just a broom. Like you're like they want us to fly this. Like you can't feel any connection from it. Morgan, with your 20, you don't know if it's just insane luck or you were made to ride a broom, but you can feel a connection with the broom. You can feel your ether flowing through it now, and you can feel kind of like it's like a bond. It's not a long range bond, but you can kind of like feel it a couple feet away from you as you're kind of like moving it around.
For Morrigan, I think it's like, yeah, object, magical. Yeah, not living. Yeah, we can make this work. It's like something she's encountered before, having a little bit of like a boost because of the magical background.
Okay. Hernan, similar to Jeremiah, but we were trying. Usually magic comes easily to you innately, given your dragonborn blood and stuff like that. Like you can feel like magic flowing through you at all times, and that like in your lungs, where you like kind of make the fire, or in your case, ice. But nothing comes to you this time around. Asterius, you have a splinter in your hand. Yeah, he's like, ow. Ooh. Asterius, it's horrible. What are they trying to make you do here? There's nothing going on.
This is stupid.
Ermi, similar to Hernan and Jeremiah, nothing kind of comes to you. Kel, with an 18, you feel like your fingertips kind of like gets like tingly a bit. You're like, oh, what's this? You're like looking at your broom, looking back and forth, but you have not yet formed a bond with it yet. Lily, with an 8, it's not going good for you. I don't know if you're a little bit like ditzy in the head right now, looking around at everyone else nervously, or if you're, just not able to make that connection, but it just does not form.
Never held a broom before, never had to clean. She has people who do that for her, so this is all new.
Army's just confused of why a broom. Like, what?
I adore that you immediately made that full cannon for Lily. Like, wow, what's this object?
Brom?
Snuffle.
What's a brom?
Oh, this is what the servants use. Ah!
The servants must always be flying. Weird.
Dahlia, with a 19, similar to Kel's situation, you feel like you're just on the cusp of getting that connection, but just can't get that final push. There are many students are in similar vein of like being unable to do so. Asterius, as you're kind of like fumbling the ball, you look to your left and you just see Jess kind of already trolling it around her hands without touching it.
Fucking of course, fuck's sake.
But as people pass or fail, your teacher continues. We'll be meeting
Is this
here.
a moment where we can help or something the people around me?
No. This is like a moment of like, this is like the first
This
session, like last lesson. Like yours is innate at this point if you got it this early.
Cool. All my friends sucks for the bed.
Dab on them.
Exactly.
Right.
Skill issue.
Alright, sorry. Continuing on. Right. We'll be meeting here once a week to continue your training, so don't fret if you didn't manage to bond today. Over the week, I recommend trying to connect with your broom at least an hour a day, but don't overdo yourself. You're constantly spending ether when you're bonding to it. Oh, I nearly forgot. I'm Vili Ward. I'll be your teacher for this upcoming month or two. Alright. And then for the rest of the class, you guys are kind of spending the hour of the class kind of connect. Those who already did, such as Morgan or Jess, you kind of get a little bit. You get to watch everyone do it. Morgan, that Gene is... He struggles. He doesn't get it as soon as Jess did. But by the end of the course, he seems to be at your level finally.
Morgan will be incredibly encouraging and trying to see if they can like play silly games or something.
Roll me persuasion to see if it comes off as encouragement or mocking. To for Jean's ego.
That's
Alright,
gonna be interesting.
He understands that you're not doing it out of like being condescending because you got it first try. He understands you're offering help, and so he kind of accepts it for what it is.
I think Morgan's just like an awkward person, excited that there's someone else doing the same thing, that she doesn't feel like an outsider.
All right.
Please don't bully me in class. Ah!
Jean, I don't think Jean's ever bullied you. He's been indifferent at worst.
No. That's why she likes him. He's indifferent.
That's all we can hope for in life.
Exactly. You know, when you've got a jacked up face like Morgan, you know, indifferent is great.
All right. Did anyone else want to roleplay with their neighboring NPCs?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, then we'll move to, as we kind of go through the week of your lessons and stuff like that, a little event. Let me make sure. All right, we're testing something out real quick.
Ooh.
Let me put this down on the map. Where did it go? Those who cannot see, can you now see?
Yes.
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 Okay, good.
Sweet.
You fixed the spectator.
It's not working as I wanted it to. I had to give you ownership, which means you can move it, but just don't move it because it's as God's sight essentially. But all right, 1 second. Where's my OST at?
I've just noticed the little doormat that says "Here be dragons." That is so cute.
A little bit of warmth to the dorms.
Oh, gotta wipe your feetsies.
All right, Dahlia.
Yes.
It's night. It's people have been asleep for an hour or so. As you lay in your bed, the rest of your dorm quiet, save for the occasional shifting of blankets or soft snore, you find your eyelids unnaturally heavy. Your consciousness wanes, and you fall into a forgettable dream like you normally would. But something is different. Strange. You wake up to the dim morning light, your heart heavy, with a quickly vanishing feeling of loss. A lump in your throat threatens to betray you as you feel fresh tears roll down your face. For at this very brief moment in time, you feel heartache, unlike any you have felt before. Something beyond homesickness, pure, unfiltered sorrow. And then, as quickly as it had lodged itself in your chest, it's gone, leaving behind a void where it had been, a stillness soon forgotten.
What did you do to me?
Shrug. It's now early morning.
Okay. Guess Dahlia would just sit in bed and just listen to people breathing, try to ground herself.
Morgan will be in there like.
Yeah, that's the soft snores. That's Morgan.
That's my girl. Maybe just hug a pillow and just try to fight the feeling of loneliness, because how can you be lonely when you have people around you? And yet somehow she's found a way.
It's a very strange feeling because it was such a powerful emotion, but even a mere moments after you felt it, you're already returning to normal. It's like that quick of like a change in your emotional like state. But you can kind of feel that that void, that feeling of loss that was so strong has left a mark on you, but you're slowly forgetting it. But it was very intense when you felt it.
Okay. Oh.
And on that note, weekend!
Yay!
Happy weekend! Woo!
I'm so mad.
All right. So, it's up to you if you talk to anyone about these feelings you had, Dahlia, or if it's just something you're like trying to figure out yourself. But it's now the weekend. It's the second week of the month. Everyone, please figure out where they want to go. You can free roam. You can go to the learning towers. So keep learning old spells. You can go to one of the other places to buff your current checks. You can go to the Mirth's Weaves to upgrade or to purchase items or to augment your uniform. So yeah, I'll give you a minute to decide.
It is the learning tower we go for remaining augments and whatever, or spells we didn't catch, right?
Yes, you get to choose one you did not learn to keep learning it. Essentially, you're putting like overtime. You're like studying essentially.
What was the second roll for a spell? Like to learn it.
Constitution.
Thank you.
It usually goes Intelligence, Constitution, and then your spellcasting modifier.
Excellent.
I got a question. Should I learn Vinsu's Tether, guys? Like, I don't think I'm ever going to use it because my gun doesn't proc it. So...
Did you already learned it, I thought?
No, I'm 2 out of 3 on it. It's the only one I haven't learned.
Ah.
Oh, no, I haven't learned Spare the Dying.
I was going to say, because I remember putting it on your sheet. Like, I gave you the items. So yeah,
Spare the Dying might be worth doing.
I mean, I am also going through the studies just because I feel like having access to all the spells is also like an academic thing rather than just a purely mechanical thing.
Yeah, it is.
Well, as a reminder, you don't get any bonus points for learning it afterwards, but it is if you want to learn the spell for, like, having it all, like...
Oh, dude, I'm completioning it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's why you're doing it. That's why.
Just 100%ing.
Is this where the time we used to put the extra augment onto our...
Yes, you would go to Mirth's
Okay.
Weaves to do so.
I'm gonna do that.
Alright, so let me look around. Is everyone where they want to be?
Yeah.
I think so.
Alright. Let's start with Philia. So Lily, I imagine you wanted to do something else this weekend, but as you're kind of getting off the little on the rail car to kind of go check out the rest of the area, you feel 2 little arms grab your arms, one each, as Gek and Uldi kind of take you to the flyball arena. Speaking
Okay.
to you in their broken common. Flyball! Let's fly the flyball. Let's have fun. Friend.
Okay. You need to start teaching me some goblin words. I need to be reciprocating. It's not fair that you have to speak common all the time. So you have to teach me the words for things as we do it, though, right?
Teach. Friend, yes.
Yes.
Alright, you're now on the route of learning Goblin.
Hell yeah.
What's your intelligence score?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, it'll take you 9 weeks. So keep track. As you have Gek and Uldi teach you throughout, pretty much teaching you throughout these weeks, Goblin.
Oh. So, did you say how many weeks, sorry?
9. So you can include this week. So this will be like the week you start, essentially.
Excellent.
Alright, looking around. No, everyone's okay. Oh my god. Alright, meanwhile...
Wow.
There's Weaves. Alright, so, okay, I guess we'll go one at a time. Kel, you approach the tailoring shop, and what augment do you wish to get on your uniform?
I forget what they all were.
Let me post them in the chat again real quick.
The +2 temporary HP stacks on what you already get, right?
Yes.
I was probably going to get that one, whichever one had help.
I posted it as you, because I had your sheet open, add your thing. There you go.
Kel's reading it out, it's okay.
Yeah, he's looking at the brochure as everyone else is gathered around. Lesser movement.
Lesser Warden looks good too.
Oh, you know what? I'll take Lesser Warden. That's a bit more in character, too.
Alright, let me add that to your uniform. I'll get the actual...
Wait, hold on. Bastion would be hilarious.
I'll do
Yeah,
Warden. I'll do
I didn't
Warden,
see
yeah.
Bastion until just now.
I'll stick with Warden.
I didn't think about that. I don't really need it. I can go hidden in pretty much anywhere.
All right, I've added to your uniform. Remember, for now, I think I can set it up so you reduce damage of allies taken in an aura, but I have to set up the aura.
Oh, we'll write it down just in case.
Yeah, it's under. I've updated the item in your sheet as well.
Sweet, thank you.
Ermi, what did you want?
Speed.
You want to go speed? All right, let me just add that to your uniform.
My movement speed is 40 now.
You can run off even faster and get yourself killed.
Yep.
No hesitation. He's like, yeah.
Now he's learned his lesson. He's gonna hide instead this next time. He's better at hiding than he is at running.
All right, there's your 40 movement speed. Morrigan.
So, is there a chance that there's another way to learn the light cantrip easy? Through schooling or
if they
whatever?
give it to you through schooling, you don't know if it's going to be on you don't know if you're going to be learning that yet or not.
Pulls out the
Yeah.
syllabus.
You do
So
have
I
an
would
ally
like-
who has light already on their
Yeah.
uniform.
Okay, in that case, I would like lesser range, please.
All right, let me look.
So, what type of shop is this? Because, of course, Yagel is browsing. So I assume that these are tailors who attach, or like enchanters who attach things to the outfits?
Yes, they're weavers.
They're weavers. So, are we in a single shop or like a group of shops? This is like our shopping spree, right?
Yes, you can shop for other things while you're getting your uniform augmented because it's kind of like it's not that fair. If you like, it's like kind of like how if you want to go shopping, you could do it while doing this essentially.
Nice. So, does Morgan find a snazzy wizard-style hat, like a pointy hat?
Yes,
I want that hat.
you have gained it.
I love it. Is there also a chance, like, she's seen an event, and it was pretty dangerous, so she's looking for a healer's kit of some sort?
Yeah, healer's kits are affordable. You can definitely find ones you pick up and have for your adventures and stuff.
Wonderful.
So I can add that to your sheet momentarily. I'm looking at your. By the way, I'm looking at your cantrips. You don't really have any attack range spells.
Toll the Dead does not count as range spell?
It's not a ranged attack. It's a ranged saving throw. So if you want to get something else, or if you want to wait until you learn Firebolts, because it would apply to Firebolts.
Let someone else go first, and I'll come back to you after someone else's roleplay. Because I thought I was being really clever here, but apparently less so.
Okay. Hernan.
Yes.
What do you want on your uniform?
Lesser reinforcement, please.
Yes, 2 more to your temp HP, yes.
Yeah,
Never
I
comes
also
back on a
like-
short rest.
I also want some polish, both silver polish and wood polish. I gotta, get that broom and my chain shined up. And my badge.
Alright, yeah, you want to go to like a broom store essentially and get like maintenance gear on it to make it look good. To make it look like it fit your standard.
Yes.
Alright.
I want it very nice.
I don't have any items of those specifically actually put on your sheet, but just remember you have those, and I imagine you're keeping them in your dorm, you're kind of like polishing the broom, maybe engraving it with names and stuff like that.
Oh yes, I polished the broom alone in my
Oh
dorm.
god, moving on. Dahlia, what did you want on your uniform?
Dahlia would also take Lesser Warden.
Lesser Warden, okay, 1 second, let me get that going. Alright, it has been added to your uniform. I'll just get that aura going once I get kills going.
Okay.
And can I have charging then? Lesser charging.
Yes.
Thank you.
Would Dahlia find a herbalism kit when she's shopping? Because that would be nice.
If you're looking for one, yes.
She's looking for one, please.
Wait 1 second. I gave you your healing kit, right, Morgan? Did I forget? I think I forgot. 1 second.
We ran into the problem of me choosing a augmentation
Right,
that
that's what
wasn't
happened. I got
useful.
distracted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, there you go.
Thank you. You're the best.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, let me see. That's a lot for one purchase. Let's see. Medical kit. What do you mean by medical kit?
Just something to help, like a first aid kit, basically.
So healer's kit.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
You know, I kind of respect that he's just like comes with a list and goes shopping. In fact, I'd love to go. Morgan would love to go shopping with Ermi and just look for things and like, wow, you need all of this?
What else did we need? I like.
Even random's like, shit, you need all of this?
you need all of those? No thieves'
You
tools.
guys
Those are
know.
technically illegal. You'll have to find something.
Yeah,
You'll have to find
I
a specific
figured.
place.
I figured. I gotta sneak around on my own to find those.
Ask around. Who knows? Maybe roaming the capital will give you a means of new
I'm
stores.
totally just gonna ask the most like unscrupulous looking professor if I can get some from him.
All right, I've added most. I didn't add the cloak because I don't have one made yet, but you have one. You have
Okay.
another one, obviously.
Okay.
But I added the healer's kit, the herbalism kit, and the climbing tools. All right, Jeremiah, what spell are you learning?
I want to learn because we get Sacred Flame. We'll get a check on that anyway, won't
Yes,
we?
you get the ones you're currently learning for this month. You get a check every week.
Okay, I'm just going to be trying for my last one in guidance.
So that'd be a charisma check then.
Yep.
There you go. You got guidance.
Cool.
So let me add that to your spell list for you, and I'll steal it from Morgan. Alright, and Asterius, what are you trying for?
Spare the dying.
Do you know what step you're on?
Yes, the last one.
Okay, so that'll be your charisma check as well. Alright, there you go. Spare the dying. Let me get there for you. Alright, spare the dying.
Thank you.
I assume the healer's kit will come in useful for one of our classes. So
Well, you have a healer in your party.
we do.
Morgan has the healer's feat.
Does she have a healing spell?
She has healer's
No.
kit now.
I have a healer's kit and a healer's feet. With her having done a lot of, in a nice way to say it, taking bodies apart, she also kind of knows how to put them back together.
Can we get fertilizer for our plants?
You can. You don't have to worry about putting that on your sheet. You have fertilizer. Which is good, because apparent botany's coming up soon. Alright. Everyone, make your checks for your spells. Just make them all at once. You guys know what roll you're on. The first one will be Sacred Flame, second one will be Prestidigitation that you make.
And this was for the second roll, right?
This
So
is
it's
for
con?
if you got if it goes Intelligence, Con, and then your spellcasting modifier in those steps. So depending what step you're on, you make that check. If you have Guidance, you can use it once for one of the checks. And then, we'll go from there. So as you're rolling, I'll go through the list. Hernan, you got your Sacred Flame. Yeah, you're good. Lily, don't think you got that.
No, I don't think guidance would help me.
You do have Guidance, Morgan, if you wanted to use it on your 8.
I'd like to use that on my 8s. It's just a 1d4, or do I actually click guidance?
You can click Guidance, but it's a 1d4. There you go. So Morgan, you got it. Dolly, you got your con check twice for both spells, because you used Guidance in the first one. Jeremiah, you're good. Ermi, you're good in the first one, so Secret Flame. Second one, not so much, unless you have Guidance.
I do have guidance.
You may use it. There you go. Okay, so both progressed. And then who am I missing? I think I'm missing Kells.
Asterius.
And Asterius. Right?
Is it 2 spells we're doing? I've only got one. I've only got Sacred Flame in my book.
I think because you already know Prestidigitation.
Oh yes, that's why.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
I passed my first rolls. Do you want con saves from me?
If this is if you're rolling con this week, if you got one, if you already passed them last week, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm rolling con then.
Yeah. All right, Sacred Flame and Prestidigitation. Yeah, you learned both. Sacred Flame, Kel, you got it. That was a nat.
1 of 3.
For Sacred Flame or for Prestidigitation?
Sacred Flame. The other one I haven't done yet.
What do you guys want nat 20s to make it so you progress to 2 steps, or keep it as 1? What do you guys think? Because I feel like it should be rewarded. Or what do you guys think?
Give the man 2.
Or give advantage on the next one?
Oh.
That works. That's cool.
You guys like advantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
A little bit more fair.
Yeah, okay.
In the form of a golden sticker from the teacher.
Yeah, the golden sticker. Okay. All right,
Yeah.
so Kel, so you're step 2 out of 3 out for Sacred Flame then, right? Because you only need intelligence left.
I was 1 of 3 on Sacred Flame.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, that means you did 1. That means, yeah, so now you're at 2 out of 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then you need Prestidigitation still, right? So I think it's int.
Yeah, I'm still 0 of 3 on that
Yeah,
one.
so intelligence, you can have advantage. There you go. Okay, so you're at 1 out of 3 for
Hey.
Prestidigitation and 2 out of 3 for Sacred Flame. Is there anyone who has not rolled yet? That because I asked everyone to roll all at once. I may have missed some, but I think everyone did. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. All right. Another weekend comes to. I was gonna say, oh man, I could have said another weekends. Another weekend. I could have just said that. I ruined it. I'm
You're doing
washed.
amazing.
I'm washed up. I'm so out of it. I almost closed out a foundry.
Are you okay?
Are you okay, dude? You need a little reset. Wanna play?
You should.
Do you need to take 5?
We can
Take
take
5.
5.
No, I'm good. I was trying to turn the music off
Does
and go to the next
911 work
scene,
from here?
and I just almost fucking just closed it. Just almost bailed. Anyhow, botany class.
I like you being so upset that you fucked the weekend thing that you just leave.
Flip the table.
See you
Campaign
next
done.
week.
What would it take to get everyone in our class these boots of winter that
Those are not easily they're easily produced in the grand scheme of things for Nagala, but they're not something you could afford with your student money. It would have to be connections, but it would probably take a while, or from rewards from getting the tournament wins.
because I want to get every single one of our party with those because they will save our lives.
I will just say there's a reason why the Academy uniform doesn't already include them.
Gotcha.
Because they don't match.
They don't match.
Yeah.
1 second. Did I have a
That's
song
actually
for this? I think I
makes
had
a lot
the
of sense.
monastery theme I was using.
Yeah, well, you can get a custom pair made that does match.
Alright. Yet again, you don't know if it's luck or actually skill. You managed to get to botany for yet another week's class. As all the students sit down for yet another class and look at your teacher, he stands yet again up on his stool so he can be seen by everyone. All right, everybody. I hope you've been keeping good care of your plants. Everyone, take out your pots.
Oh yeah, we have to bring them. They're in our class. They're in our dorms.
Some of you have your pots here. Others brought them to your dorm. So yeah.
Yeah, we had to bring them.
So as you all kind of pull out your pots, he's going around the tables, looking at them all, nodding. Frowns sadly at Morgan's. Keeps going.
Ah!
All right, everyone. I think it is now time to pluck the herb that you've tended for so many weeks already. So, I want you to firmly grasp it by the roots and give it a tug. Come on, everyone. Come on. All right,
And
and
he pulls out his new gloves he got from his herbalism kit.
Do I
Yeah.
roll to tug?
what was that, a serious?
Do I roll to tug?
Nope, you just pull it out. I see that's a freebie. Those of you who planted it for well, so everyone but Morgan, you notice that your herb has a little tiny magical hue to it, as if it's like a high quality grade item from a game.
Well, hers got replanted by the professor, so.
Yes, but it doesn't have the same. It didn't have the same oomph, the same connection, because the professor planted it for her.
She's still really proud of herself for keeping something alive. This is a novelty for Morgan.
All right, I lost my accent. I don't know where. Very good, everyone. Now, here comes the exciting part of our class. You may take this herb and, do whatever you wish with it. You can sell it, you can keep it for if you get injured on one of your excursions, or you could use it to make a potion of healing. That is up to you. Your grade does not matter. What mattered was how well you took care of your plant, all things considered. He says as he's looking around the room and locks eyes with Morgan again.
Ah! She tried so hard.
What's the opposite of a teacher's pet?
I will say, if you manage to make a potion of healing, and you do not plant it well to begin with, it will have a good impact on your grade.
Oh, now she feels like she has to.
Alright, those of you who wish to make a potion of healing, make me a wisdom or intelligence check. If you're proficient with herbalism kits, you can add your proficiency to it.
Is there a downside to not doing it?
Your herb... no downside, if you fail, your herb blows up.
Right.
Like you don't have your herb anymore.
Can we do lucky if we fail?
If you fail, yes.
And do I have guidance again?
Yes.
Fuck you
You
guys!
can use
It's an
guidance.
int check,
more.
right?
Alright, Jeremiah, you're using guidance. And what was that, Ermi?
It's an int check, right?
Int or wisdom, and if you're proficient with a herbalism kit, you can add your proficiency.
Okay. Oh! Lucky!
Lucky. Alright, one lucky.
Yeah, I want my...
There's one universe in which Ermi accidentally sits down on his plant.
He looks down, horror in his eyes. Alright, roll me another intelligence check then, Ermi.
And can I guidance this?
You guidance if you fail.
Okay.
I thought I had a proficiency with herbalism kits. I don't. Oh no.
It's okay, this is your first step to getting it. If you pass
Hell
making the herbalism, making the potion of healing. Okay, looks like everyone has passed. Because DC's 12, and I think everyone got 12 out. Yeah, everyone with lucky and guidance, everyone has gotten a 12 or higher. Jesus Christ. Have you rolled 2 crits out of your 3 rolls today, Zen? I know you can't talk much.
Yeah, no,
but...
he's completely popping off.
He'll run out of crits like this.
Jeez,
I know, I've got a storm coming now.
That's not how probability works.
Okay, let me go and add potions of healing to everyone's chat. You can talk amongst yourselves, in character or out of character, as I get these in your inventory.
All right.
Hermie's copying everything Cal's doing. He's just watching him. Okay.
Morgan is looking aside at Asterius. So you twist it like this, but is the green bit? Do you need to keep it separate from the more rough bits?
But it's a plant. The whole thing is green. Have
No,
you been
but,
paying any attention?
Look, the stalk is a bit more brownish.
Question real quick. Sorry to interrupt. I didn't want to interrupt. I just have to make sure I know this. do we want to use 2024's healing potion rules or not?
What's the
You're gonna have to give us a bit more than that
What?
random.
Okay, so I posted in the chat prior, but I don't think anyone saw it. Do you want to be able to use your bonus action to drink and apply the potion, or do you want them
Yes.
to heal for more?
Oh.
Bonus.
Because right
Yeah.
now, a potion of healing does the same amount of healing, or more so less than, a healing word spell. So they haven't gone up in healing, but they can now be used with a bonus action. Do you want that, or do you want them to heal for another additional dice more, but still be in action?
I say bonus action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bonus action.
Oh,
Because
that's-
you want it not so much for the overall healing, you want it for
Okay.
Because if you need it for the healing, you're pretty fucked already.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In which case, I'll make it so those old, those little syringes I had from the Red Wave campaign, they'll be the reverse now. They'll be more healing but standard. Is what I'll do for those.
Thank you.
Let me buff this heal. Zen with Kel getting a nat 20, I'll give you 2 potions of healing out of like your herb. You were very good at rationing it. Because that is a nat 20.
Zen deserves this. Best boy.
Thank you.
It would work.
So,
Alright.
Wait, Asterius, you're adding the root as well?
I'm just doing what he said we need to do.
But the roots look so... They have so many, like, little thingies attached to them. How do you get all of it out of the ground?
What are you even talking about?
Look at all those little root... Do you need every little root hair? Oh, and when you hold on to it with the pliers, I keep breaking it, but we have to, like, grind it.
Makes notes to sit somewhere else next time.
Well, Morrigan actually, like, really learns a lot from sitting next to Asterius and hopes that they can hang out forever.
Oh no.
BFFs
so you
forever.
spent it... Oh.
Alright, still been going
Thank you for
well.
your help, Asterius. It wouldn't have worked out for me otherwise. The guidance was all Asterius's unwilling help.
Unwilling help. Alright, I'm pretty sure I got everyone an improved potion of healing except for Morgan, who I need to give a normal version.
Wow.
Yeah, good.
You know what? She's proud of herself.
It's the friends we made along the way.
It's not about the healing potions. It's about hanging out with your friends while making it.
Alright, just making sure everyone has it, right? I did not miss anyone.
Yeah, I got it.
I got it.
Okay. In which case your class wraps up, and we move on towards the next weekend, unless you wanted the roleplay. I'm just going through. But if you had anyone you want to talk to or anything, like,
well, because people mentioned before, I'm gonna observe Lorafine.
okay, roll me
My
insight.
Oh, I did 16.
16.
I love her so much.
You definitely notice that she has trouble focusing, but it's not. I don't know if you've talked to Asterius about what they've talked about. Like, I don't know if you know what Asterius knows about her. I don't know if Asterius would have shared that for everyone about Lorafine. Like, oh, she sees these weird. Yeah, but she definitely seems to be like looking at things that, like I described before, she's not just like she's following things with her eyes. It's not like her eyes are, like when you're like looking from left to right, you're not following something or tracking, you have very wide eye movements. Hers are smooth, as if following like a butterfly or something that's moving around.
Can I try and follow what she's following or seeing?
You can, yes. But as you follow, like, I won't make you roll perception, because as you're trying to follow what she's looking at, you don't see anything. She's just like kind of like following things you literally cannot see.
Oh, she's crazy. Okay.
I'm just very loudly and obnoxiously learning Goblin on my table.
Morgan at some point will turn around once the healing thing is done and like, Philia, but I didn't know you were interested in Goblin.
I've learned so many words I can say, and it's just a string of swear words that they've taught her. It's just all curses.
To Morgan, all Goblin sounds like swear words, so she's like, oh yeah, nice.
Right?
That's how you get detention. I need you to know that.
You think my teachers know Goblin?
My
Well,
kids
then
think I
we'll
don't know
find
Russian,
out.
but I know all the swears.
All right, Jeremiah.
So I get real sad.
Yes.
As you lay in your bed, examining the ring from your patron, Tamir, that he had given you, you kind of like you're reflecting the moonlight that's wafting through your window of your dorm room on it. You hear something. Something more than the ambient noises you've gotten used to from your dormitory. It's quiet. It's almost more like the absence of sound than anything else. Words that are spoken without needing to be heard. They grow more plentiful, dancing at the very edge of your hearing. But as quickly as they started, they cease, leaving behind a single tear that dances down your face. A feeling similar to remembering a final parting between old friends.
I'm guessing I can't see like anything around me that
Nope. Yeah,
is
you.
out of the ordinary.
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary, and like nothing that really stands out. You're not even sure like if you heard things. Like it was kind of like when you notice that the birds aren't talking. It's kind of like that feeling, right? You notice that there's no bird calls around you. It's like that feeling, but with words essentially.
Can I see any of the others having like some kind of reaction
No.
in the room?
Your dorm is quiet. You see Spot is curled up on his bed, kind of almost like how a cat would sleep. Vias is more so just kind of like one arm's off his bed, just like softly snoring. No one seems to have noticed.
Well, I'm going to try and keep it that way.
All right.
And just hide under the covers and just...
What do they have in common? What happened to them?
You tell me, sport.
Look, you got injured.
Speaking
really
of what happened to
badly.
them, weekend!
Yay!
Woo!
Ugh.
Should we like go out together? Should we free roam?
Hang on, I have to beat Haran in a flying contest.
You know what?
Oh.
You do have to beat Haran in the flying contest.
I've been
Me and the
polishing the
goblin
room.
gals.
I'm ready for you.
What is our expedition next week?
It's the week after.
So we have another weekend before.
You have
the
another
expedition?
weekend before you have to go out. Yes. If you want to stack up on your inspiration now, you could free roam.
Won't we free roam next week then?
Yeah.
Next week,
Because
free
then that
roam
will
time.
work
Woo!
with
All right.
the
Wait, you mean as a group that we need to all do it together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you get a point of inspiration, which is good because it's advantage on a check of your choice, essentially.
Right. What's the final class roll for next week? Is
For
that
learning your spell, it is your spell casting modifier. So for you, it'd be charisma.
Golem fight you.
All right. Hernan, we'll start with you. Oh, Kel's up here too. Let's go.
Yay!
Hernan, and Kel. I imagine maybe you guys are coming to the Flyball Arena together, or you bump in along to each other along the way. As you hear, Kel, you know Goblin, so you hear these very profane words coming from around the corner. And I imagine your first instinct is, oh, that's probably Gek or Oldie saying these words. You turn around the corner and you see adorable Lily just cursing up a storm, with Oldie and Gek clapping at every time she says one of them.
Hell would be a gasp.
What are they teaching you?
All the good words. That's how you start learning a language. That's what I did with Dutch.
Hernan, you also see this, but I don't think you understand Goblin.
Nope.
So you don't know what she's saying, but
You just think I'm great at language.
yeah, there you go. And as they see you, Uldi and Gek will kind of run over to Kel and go, in Goblin, they'll say, "Ah, Kel, friend, join us. We're teaching Lily how to speak."
Kel would go with them, but he would try to imply which words are the "do not say these words" to Philia if he could. Like, try to be like, he would try to sound out the word, but shake his head no as he was saying it.
Gek, meanwhile, behind Kel's shoulder, you see Gek and Uldi, who have probably climbed up to his back, just nodding, saying, yes.
Language is fun.
In Goblin to you, Kel, Uldi will say, "But Kel, these words are so good to say, especially during Flyable when you're losing."
That's true, as long as nobody else knows what you're saying.
But it's not as much fun if they don't understand.
Just exasperated.
And then noticing that they're talking in Goblin when there's Hernan here, they kind of go back to their broken common to include him.
Oh.
Hernan, friend, yes? Flyball?
Yeah.
Play together?
Can I tell how good they are at flyball? Before I get on their team.
Above average?
Yeah.
They're gremlin. They have like chaotic gremlin energy. They just they don't lay off. They're just gonna like keep like playing.
Okay, I'll give you a shot. Just don't disappoint.
Gek and Uli will look at each other and like kind of smirk and then look back at you, and then Gek will say, "You don't disappoint. Come." And they'll like kind of pull your hand. If you allow them, like one will teach, like each one will take one of your hands and pull you towards like the fitting room to get ready for the game.
I look back in horror, but I try to mask it as we go forward.
All right.
I'll see my fake going, oh.
All right, you guys have a wonderful game. Make sure you remember that you have a bonus to your Constitution checks. It looks like most people are at the Golem fights, so we'll go there next. Asterius, Jeremiah, and Dahlia, do you all work together to play on the same team? Or are you kind of fighting each other? What's the dealio?
I'm down to work together on this one.
I think there was a kobold that wanted me to pilot again.
Yes. The unnamed kobold, or if I give him one, I forgot to write it down. He's there. I think it was the silver something, right? Or is the second one he wanted to pilot?
Think so, yeah. The first one exploded.
It did explode, and this one will probably explode too, given what he said last time he came over and like used it. But he's here, and he looks at you with a grin and goes, "Ah, you're back, yes. The Silver Giant. Good luck." Alright, and then roll me a charisma check, I guess, if you want to see how well you pilot it. Spoiler alert, it will blow up. It blows up. Alright.
Pretty much immediately as I get in it, I guess.
Well, you're technically not in it, you're piloting it.
Sorry, mentally get in it.
Yeah. Like you throw a punch and it just explodes, and you hear like notes being taken down by the kobold. Ah. Dahlia and Asterius, do you also join in, or are you watching?
I'll join in.
Alright, you kind of go up to this kobold as well, or are you going for like another rental? Because you just saw your friend use one of his golems and it exploded instantly.
Yeah, that's not too attractive, actually. I'll go for another one.
Okay. You can roll me a charisma as well, Dahlia and Asterius, to see how well you pilot in these little games.
I mean, I'll try.
Alright. I think for your relatively first time doing so, Dahlia, you pull it off. You seem to understand the gimmicks and the controls behind these golems. but you don't win like the finals of this weekend's like tournament. Asteres though, you see him dominating. He's using some sort of blade golem that has like a large like sword that kind of comes out from underneath its arm, kind of almost like a hidden blade. He's like a pile diver sort of tool. He's just like he just dominates the arena. He wins. There's no real currency to be won, but he does win money. He has currency in his pocket, but it's like yes money at this point. Money to spend. You buy whatever you want.
Money to blow, baby!
It's probably the most animated Dahlia's been because that's so exciting that someone she knows and they've won. It's like lots of claps, like, yay! Wow! And no one
Who's
died.
yet have watched me win? Urdon, Zera. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Razira, yeah. Just, you get the feeling she probably thought you were going to win anyway. But Urdon is definitely a little bit impressed, He's like, yes, as expected, yes. Snat is more so looking at the destroyed kobold machine that Jeremiah blew up with Intra. Is like, huh. Meanwhile, at the Learning Towers, Ermi and Morrigan, is there anyone you want to talk to here, or are you just kind of locked in, just focusing on learning your spells for the weekend?
Morrigan is a little bit locked in because she's just like have to learn the spells. And like vibe wise, is there someone else who is also studying like
as hard?
Yeah.
Ezra is locked in like the same amount. She's like kind of like holding her quill in her hand, twirling a bit, but then writing down like new sentences for potentially a spell she's learning. She's probably the most locked in other than you.
Morgan will probably try to sit like close to Ezra, if only just when you work with someone and the other person works really hard and inspires you to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, yes, I need that same energy. And so she sits close to Ezra, at most nods, but just like, yeah, learning, good, and doesn't say a word other than that.
Yeah, I think she doesn't even notice you sit down at first, but then once she realizes you're there and that you're just being quiet studying, she kind of gives you a friendly smile, like a grin. Like that's kind of like a grimace too, because she it's like kind of like, we're studying this, huh? It's hell, isn't it? Like that look. But then she goes back to doing her own studies.
However, at some point when the sun starts to set, she will gently suggest, should we have some tea before we continue for like the later things?
I would love some tea right now. I feel like I have a migraine coming up from these flameless, I swear.
Oh yeah, especially when the light goes down and you adjust to reading tiny things with low light.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess there may be something nearby. I don't think there's one in the Learning Towers, but I think you go to a nearby, like, smaller cafe, not one where people go for, like, major things, but, like, just to grab some tea.
Yeah, just, like, the fantasy-style wooden cup that you return later or something.
Yeah.
Ezra was one of the common-born, like, class ones, right?
Yes, Ezra is.
Gotcha. I already like Ezra.
I think if you remember, I don't know if you learned it or one of you guys learned it, so technically, like, it's almost as if you learned it. She's from a baker's shop, like a bakery goods place.
I think that was me when I interacted with her. She learned that I don't like the elitism,
and she approves of it. Is there anyone you wanted to interact with, Ermi, while you're at the Learning Towers, or you just?
Ermi would be mildly annoying because that's kind of how he learns. He just kind of like. He's not necessarily studying hard, but he is clearly progressing his spell, even if it doesn't look like it.
Okay, so you're kind of like playing around a bit, but you're kind of like, do you give off this like? Is there any sort of like emotion you're particularly feeling right now?
Mischievous.
Oh no.
All right, as you're kind of playing around and doing things, you notice that this girl with blindfolds on, is kind of like watching your movement with like a tilted head a bit, curious about what you're gonna be doing, to the point where she stops studying herself.
He's clearly working on all of his spells at once, but mainly focusing on the Spare the Dying.
Okay.
because that's the one he needs to roll for.
She'll keep watching you because you have this mischievous like emotion going on, this joyful emotion. She doesn't interact with you though, but she is like watching you, like kind of play around, and almost has a faint smile on her face too, as if like sharing your like this like playful joy you have.
My Alessi! Yeah.
All right, then Morgan and Ermi roll the checks for what spells you're learning. So you're learning Spare the Dead, Ermi, is that it?
Yeah, Spare the Dying is the last one.
Yeah.
So.
And Morgan, which one are you learning?
Fireball.
Firebolt, okay. And what's your progress towards that?
I just need the final intelligence check.
All right, let's see if you can cook.
Finally!
Let her cook.
It's my
Yes, being
spell
locked
attack
in
modifier,
all
right?
weekend
Yes.
together with Ezra. Like, now she's the final firebolt attempt. It's like, yeah!
Yeah, I'd like to imagine it's like late at night, like maybe on like your Sunday, essentially, the Sunday
Whoa.
equivalent, and you're kind of like playing with like you're like learning, and you both kind of spark it in your hands at the same time and go, you do like a little yes, like you finally got it, you're free.
We're both firebolt besties now.
Well, I was doing Spare the Dying.
No, I'm talking about me and
about
Ezra.
Ezra.
We
But
are
you-
firebolt besties.
Oh.
But yeah, you, Ermi, you do learn Spare the Dying, and I imagine after all the effort you put in, it probably feels good, right? You're ecstatic. You learned magic. Like this is a new thing you just learned. And once you've done so, you hear soft clapping coming from maybe a couple tables away from I don't know if you talked to her, but Sentia. Sorry, Sententia. She's kind of like
Yeah.
clapping for you.
He would, as he is probably standing in the chair to see the table, he would do a bow.
All right, that's what she does. You can roll insight if you want, but I think you get the general idea that she is generally just happy that you succeeded. You get like kind of that feeling almost innately from her. All right. Moving on into the third week.
Wait, do we roll?
Yes. So if you still need to make rolls for your spells, do the ones you need. As a reminder, your first roll is intelligence, second is constitution, and if you're at the third step, it's your spellcasting modifier. Oh, jeez, oh god.
Guidance for...
I give up on this bloody spell.
Guidance for Ermi. Or do I lucky
I made
before
it.
guidance?
You cannot lucky these.
You can't lucky these. Okay, I passed. Wow.
Oh,
We'll go down the
Jesus.
list.
Kelly, that's so unfortunate.
So Kelly, that was for Sacred Flame, right? Because you already know? Or is it the reverse? Is it Prestidigitation?
I'm rolling for prestidigitation.
Okay, so sadly, that is not within guidance
What?
range. Hernan, that may be in range. What did you get? You got a
It
4
is.
from your from the guidance. Oh, so yeah, you're good. Okay, yeah, you're good. Dahlia, you progressed. Your second check is within guidance range, Lily. If you want to roll guidance, you need to roll 4. There you go. That was for which one? The second one was was that?
Yeah. Because I have advantage because I was at the fly ball. Is that right? Or did
No,
I-
no. Oh no, sorry. Flyball would have been a D4 added.
Oh.
So wait, you still can probably get it. You have a 3. You added a 4. Roll me another
Guidance
1d4. 8. Sadly, not enough.
What?
What? Next time. Morgan, you're good. That was for which one?
The last one for Sacred Flame.
Alright,
So
let me
I
get-
should now have
You
both
should,
Firebolt
yes.
and Sacred Flame.
Let me get that to your
I believe-
sheet.
Locked in all weekend.
Yeah, I believe I got both of mine there as well.
Let me double check.
10 passes,
Yeah.
right?
10 passes, yeah, for cantrips.
Okay.
I think you would have got both Asterias because you had a D4 anyway, so that was
Yeah, I have the thing.
so that would be Prestidigitation and Sacred Flame for you then.
Yeah, which means I'm not complete on those as well.
Yeah, you're free. Anyone else get it this week? DC was 10, so if you got 10 or higher for the checks, you progress. Just let me know so I can add it.
Army got both.
Oh, damn, you did? Jesus.
Yeah, Army passed both.
Damn.
I didn't fail any the last 3 weeks.
Did Kel roll? He did not. That was for Sacred Flame, I think, right, Kel?
Yep.
Alright. You have guidance, you got that too, because you can't fail that now. So you have Prestidigitation and Sacred Flame.
Okay, yay.
Anyone else? Everyone else, if you didn't get it this week, make sure you keep track of your progress. Again, DC was 10.
I should have gotten Sacred Flame.
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah. Got a 19.
That's barely enough. No, you got it. There you go. Cantrip Lord over here. Get like a
I never
dragon
got
horde.
Spare the Dying or Rensu's tether though.
True. So you could.
Those are just all my base ones.
It's up to you if you want to learn those at some point, but yeah, like I don't think they're
I'm
necessary.
only 1 out of 3. It would take so long to get them.
Okay, anyone else, or is that it? Alright.
I have all my cantrips. I'm very happy. I only use one of them though, so that's also pointless.
Wait, so you got Sacred Flame and Prestidigitation, you passed?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's not about using it, it's about min-maxing.
Exactly.
I mean,
It's about 100%ing.
Honestly, it's achievement hunting, you know? It's my Xbox. I'm doing it.
So the people who don't have it yet, who are we looking at? I know Lily needs one more roll. Is it just Lily and Hernan?
You learn what? Spare the Dying?
Sacred Flame or Prestidigitation.
Oh, yeah, I just need one more roll too.
Okay, so you may be able to get it before the excursion. But anyhow.
Lily, Lily, is it Sacred Flame or Prestidigitation that you're missing?
Prestidigitation. I already had Sacred Flame because
Of
cleric.
course, the spell you can clean with is the one you're struggling with. You know,
Look, she's just learned what a broom is. Give her some time.
Lily, we can go over this together because I've been using this for a long time already, and maybe
I'm actually just really swamped right now learning Goblin. I think that's taking a lot of my attention away from my studies.
It's not up to me to judge how you spent your time, but Goblin is not
what's
something
more
you get
useful
points for.
though? Like learning a spell that I can just clean normally, or learning how to communicate with my friends.
What's the last time you cleaned something?
Exactly, but I can talk to my
no.
friends with goblins, so that's more important, right?
I think I need to polish my skull. I gotta go.
Which skull?
Can I Prestidigitation on her head an image, just a tiny little image of a teeny tiny little brain on her forehead?
I think so, yeah. It's a little image. Don't know if it moves though with the thing.
No, it's just a tiny little brain on her forehead.
Morgan sees it and lives by the assumption that Lily doesn't, and she looks at Ermi and tries to keep her face in check. Anyway, yeah, I've been working on the wolf skull. It's very pretty, but I want it to be nice and clean and white rather than the yellowish bone look.
I thought you meant your own skull, the one in your head, and that's advanced level cleaning that. I don't even know where I'd start.
Oh no, flossing my brain is something that I leave just, for the yearly clean out.
What?
Hmm.
It's
good for the grey matter.
All right. A new week, a new class. So, well, actually, let me double check. Where's my calendar? Just making sure you guys do have another week to learn things. So that was the second week that happened. So we're currently on the 3rd week. So that means one more check. All right, good. I was having a little flashback. Like, did I get the calendar day messed up? Anyhow, it's time for your basic spell combat class. So, good luck.
Fight part 2.
Shoves aside. Oops, my bad.
I mean, how often will we realistically be doing spell combats? It's...
PTSD kicks in from last month's excursion.
Then again, no, I want to learn everything. Philia, I'm scared.
Don't worry, I beat Haran last time. It's really easy.
Oh yeah, you're really good at this. Or is Haran just really bad at this?
Who's to say?
Alright, Hernan, as you kind of make your way over to this open seat next to Leia, she'll look up, see who it is, and kind of give you like a nod and smile. And then goes back to getting ready for class.
A little up nod and then sits.
Ralmus is a little bit more indifferent to you, Dolly, because I don't think you've interacted with him.
First of all, we are botany buddies. We sit next to each other.
So I don't think you interacted with him. Yeah, okay. He's like leaning back in his chair and he kind of like gives you like the sup dog like head movement, but he's, you know, just relaxing.
Little smile, little wave. It's a shared understanding of quiet is good.
Asterius, as you sit next to Erden, he just kind of, he's like sighing because he's probably tired of this class by now. You'd think they teach us more advanced spells rather than making sure we know how to use the easy ones, you know?
Have you already learned all your spells as well, then?
Of course, who wouldn't?
True, who wouldn't?
Meanwhile, Ermi behind Asterius and Erden, is Ermi, who is currently being fed good jerky from Frida for class.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting as much as she'll give me.
I heard you had a tough time last excursion. You gotta make sure you're nice and full and fed for your next one. Here, jams more jerky down your throat.
What a woman.
Ermi is able to eat double the amount he should be able to, and sleeps double the amount he should.
Or that's
Is he
'cause you
also
have
just
glutton,
like,
yeah.
he eats and you just see his like belly becoming bigger?
No, it just burns through. He just has that much of a metabolism.
Wow.
The gluttony trait, yes. He hungry.
I also have the one that makes me need more sleep.
That's why he's so
Oh.
sleepy.
Eepy and hungry.
It's actually very relevant to the type of animal he is. Funny enough.
Jeremiah and Kel, you kind of sit down next to each other. Mist will kind of turn around and like greet you guys. So will Wiz. But everyone's just kind of getting ready for class. And on that note, as you get for the past few weeks, you've been going over basic fighting tactics when it comes to facing off against other spellcasters. From the stance someone takes when casting specific spells, to learning the hand motions to better predict when and where a spell will land. As always, your teacher sits at his desk ahead of class, reading a book, as he waits for everyone to settle in. As
What's he
everyone
reading?
you can roll me perception.
Gotta know.
Gotta know.
Where's the button?
Oh.
Do you want to lucky that?
No, I'm not.
It's worth it.
Is it hard being illiterate? Are you okay?
Are you gonna take that, Ermi? You gotta take that comment? No,
I
okay.
just can't see. It's laid down on the table. I
Yeah.
can't see the back of it.
No, that's true.
You can't see the name of the book from here, but you do tell he's interested in it.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yeah, Zasi will look down more so at you, Lily, as you kind of approach.
Hi. What's your book about?
None of your business. Get ready for class.
Okay.
Morrigan turns aside. Okay, how much do you want to bet that it's smut?
It's probably smart, right? Otherwise he would have just told me.
Exactly. If it were in any way useful for this class, he would have told you, and probably told you that you should be reading it as well. No.
Yeah, that's smart.
100%. Oh, sit still, quiet, never said a word.
As you've no doubt learned from your first excursion, practice can only prepare you for so much. Life is unpredictable. It challenges forever changing each and every day. For the past month, we've gone over the basics, letting me get a better understanding of how each and every one of you approaches combat. For today's class, I want to address when to use specific cantrips and spells depending on what you're facing. On your desks, you will see 3 wands. Please familiarize yourselves with them before we begin. You'll notice that they're labeled, and one of them is Firebolt, the other one is Mind Sliver, and the final one is Sacred Flame.
What if you know all of those already?
Do you see that out of character or in character?
I'll say that. Fuck it, I'll say it in character.
He'll turn to you and he'll...
I'm familiar with all of those spells, Professor.
I did not think Mind Sliver had been taught yet.
Oh, fuck.
It hadn't been taught yet. You're not supposed to know spells ahead of your,
Oh, fuck.
He'll look at some documents, see that you're a warlock, and kind of sigh. In that case, don't worry about it. You don't have to use the wands. You could just use your own magic.
Alright.
With that being said, I'll take you to be my volunteer then.
Oh, what?
Asterius, please make your way down to the dueling platform. Let's say, enter on the left.
As Asterius walks by, we're both like, good luck, you can do it!
Hi! We're rooting for you!
You're gonna win!
Alright, as you get into position on the platform, several creatures manifest on the opposite side of it. One is a suit of animated armor, another is a zombie, and the final one appears to be a swarm of some kind of insect.
Sheesh.
Your teacher,
fucking kill me.
Teacher Zassi kind of he shouts down at you. You kind of hear them all around you, though, from like a loudspeaker type of magic, kind of like thaumaturgy. I want you to decide which wand, or in your case, which spell, is best for each target. To start with, tell me which one do you think would be most effective to use against a suit of armor?
This was about Firebolt, Mind Sliver,
and Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame, yes. Let me have a think. Suit of armor, I wouldn't use Firebolt because that's an attack roll. I assume it's got high AC. Sacred Flame is based on Dex. Mind Sliver is based on Intelligence saving throw. I'd probably use Mind Sliver because I assume this is a dumb piece of armor.
Alright, you cast it?
Sure.
Alright. You seem to succeed in casting it, but it takes no damage.
Is it because it has no actual sentience, therefore it hasn't got an effect?
Indeed, I imagine that's what you have. That's your explaining when you kind of cast it and you
I
realize.
probably cast it, I feel it fizzle, and I'm like, actually, that makes sense.
Yeah, so to your teacher, Zassi looks down at you and says, "Do you wish to explain where you think you went wrong?" And I imagine you give him what you said earlier about how it's not actually sentient, and he'll nod. Very good. The best cantrip to use in this situation would have been Sacred Flame, because the creature is hard to hit a solid hit on otherwise, and it has no sentience.
Could have known.
Now then. What do you think would best be used against a basic zombie? One that you could find working the sewers or the factories?
It's a slow-running zombie thing. Am I, are you expecting me to do, insight and arcane shit, or is this actually the way to approach this?
Yeah, I just want to know what you think your character would know in character, or what you know out of character about these creatures. But, it's a logic puzzle.
Zombie is slow, shambling, and like undead. So I think a dex save based radiant damage ability would work good against it. So I'd go for Sacred Flame.
All right. You use Sacred Flame, and you hit it. He doesn't seem able to dodge it, and as he seems to be starting to try to stand up, he's unable to as the flames eat away at the necromancy magic. And you notice your teacher's nodding. Very good. As you can see, while it's a slow creature that would have been easy to hit with any of the other spells, zombies are very dedicated when it comes to their purpose. They will reanimate themselves as long as they are able to, unless they are struck with a good hit or sacred magic used against them, such as Sacred Flame. Alright, a swarm of insects kind of fly their way towards the targeting platform.
Wait a second. I'll use Sacred Flame on the zombie. I'll use Mind Sliver on the armor, but that wasn't correct. So by deduction, I'd assume Mind Sliver. But how does that make sense? Because intelligence save. I guess they do have like an intelligence in a week, and
He may have given you a double up as well.
he may have given me a double up. I don't remember if like Swarm of Insects and that kind of shit has a high AC.
There's only one way to find out. Do you have a spell you wish
My
to use?
inner
Oh.
goblin brain says kill it with fire, but I'm not sure if yours works the same.
I think so too. But then again, it's like they have sentience, but they're also flies, so surely they have shit intelligence.
Yeah, but like, what if you can only hit one of them at a time?
Yeah, but that'd be hardcore cucking my ass, wouldn't it?
I'll tell you as a metagame knowledge that you know, you're not hitting one bug each time you hit a swarm. You're hitting like dozens, no matter what spell you cast. That's why there's a swarm. It's not meant to be like you do one damage to one bug. So yeah, which spell do you think would be the most effective?
My mind is thinking Firebolt, but these have to be dumb as shit.
Misty Step Hernandez just to get away. Best spell.
Fuck it, I'm mind slivering. I'm kind of hooked on this spell after my little personal experience.
Alright. You notice that the swarm just dies. It seems to be very easy to land, and it seems effective. And Zasi will nod again. I thought you may have gone for Firebolt in that situation, and while you would not have been necessarily wrong, these creatures are sentient but dumb, making it so Mind Sliver would be the most potent and easiest to use against them.
What was I expected to do against the suit of armor then? Was it actually Firebolt? Surely it would have barely hit him.
None of the answers were Firebolt in this situation. Good job.
So just shit. Okay. Sacred Flame then, okay.
Because Suit of Armor has high AC and is immune to psychic damage, therefore Sacred Flame is the best option if you want to land your hit. As you can see, certain types of foes are easier to deal with when you apply the correct tool against them. Our lessons for this month will focus around utilizing specific spells under certain circumstances. Seriously, you can make your way back to your seat, and the rest of the session is just people having turns of different summoned creatures, kind of having to do the same logic puzzle. Sometimes it's like only Firebolts for all three of them, or sometimes it's like a mixture like you had. But that will be the session. That'll be the class session, not the D&D session. As you kind of like spend an hour doing this, and then class wraps up, so you guys can roleplay. You can do whatever, and then we'll head to the final weekend event.
Can we try to take another look at the book?
You may try another attempt at taking a look at the book. All right, you kind of like doing that side eye thing when he's trying to put it away and heading out for like leaving class. You notice the title of the book is Love and Time: How to Handle Different Lifespans in Romance.
That's actually kind of sad.
What is it, Lily?
It's a romance book. It's called Love and Time.
Oh, that's sad and sweet. Also, who owes me money?
Who owes me money?
Dahlia would like to invite Haran to the library, if you would like to discuss study notes and things.
It's a good time to
Yeah.
study.
Discuss
Let's get outta
study
here.
notes.
Before
Mhm.
Philia,
What?
nothing.
Okay. Good talk.
So we have 2 events to go before the final weekend. First, I saw that
Excuse
Morgan wanted to go visit Erin in the
Yeah!
dormitories. Therefore, is there anyone who wishes to accompany her there? Or did you even ask anyone, Morgan, or are you just going alone? I need to know who to put on the map.
So, Lily, I'm gonna have like a study thing with one of my friends. Do you want to like look at Tinker things, or is that not your jam?
I'm sorry, I'm imagining, in Psyche K when they're doing the sidestep thing. That's all I'm saying.
Excuse me. I definitely want to go. Like, I always like to learn new things with new friends.
Ah,
But why Aaron?
see, Erin's like really nice. Like you know her. Anyway, let's go.
If you run into Army, he's just gonna join you without knowing where you're going or why.
Hell yeah.
What a vibe.
So I just need to know, is there anyone who does not want to go, I guess? As you
Me.
got... So, okay, Asteris is going.
No.
He's dragged along.
I'm bailing.
Ah, Asterius, you
No.
should totally come. This must be your vibe.
No.
I'm totally not making you go just to save me from having to move a spectator around the whole time.
Yeah.
Were they all invited or just
Is-
We're all crashing.
I feel like it's crashing the party situation.
Yeah.
Alright, last you
Fine,
talked to
I'll
her, she
fucking
said she
go.
would meet you.
Fine.
She said she would meet you in her dorm, just like ring for her essentially when you get there.
which
We're
house? is she in?
seeing the dorms, let's go. The good one, the one we don't get to see.
As you kind
Neon
of
light.
yeah, she's in Phoenix Flight. You take a lift that goes down significantly like into the mountainside. It's probably a longer lift ride than even going to the dueling cube. Seems to be below them even. Probably adds a good 5 minutes to their daily commute. But eventually, there's a little ding as the elevator door opens.
Ah, this is very exciting. Also, where are you guys all going?
Further down.
you like you look. There's no button, Lore. There's nothing.
Come on.
I pressed the closed door button.
Was I not supposed to invite everyone?
Did you invite everyone?
I thought you said we were doing things with our friends, and these are our friends, right?
Are they?
This is my idea of hell.
As you leave the lift, you all come across what seems to be a bridge going across what seems to be a bottomless void, but it's very warm down here.
Ooh.
Probably like very, like it's like almost like a early summer temperature wise, just even outside here. There are barriers keeping you from going off into the void, like a fence. And then there's a little tiny pedestal with the name of the dorm, which is Phoenix Flight, and then a little tiny like button you can press to like call for someone. All your dorms have this button. It's for people who want to connect with someone like who's in there to see if you come and visit.
As we're waiting, Arby's gonna kind of voice is like, kind of prefer ours. It's a lot nicer to live there.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Anyway, I'll press the button to see Erin. I'll mention that she can just leave you all at reception.
Ermi really said you live like this?
Well, ours is green, Kel. Like ours is green.
Oh, I vastly prefer ours, but I whisper that
We
to
don't have
Ermi.
to do like the 5-minute lift every day. Like, can you imagine?
You hear one of the
must be-
Academy race respond to you, Morgan.
Mhm.
Who are you trying to communicate with?
I'm trying to reach Erin.
One moment.
Thank you.
Yeah, at this point, I assume we've seen everyone's dorm except this one.
Yeah.
Because we all have.
Yeah, you
people in
probably
the
visit
dorm.
each other in your dorms.
Everyone's had a sleepover with mine.
You hear Aaron's voice kind of get connected from one of the many stations inside the dorms and stuff like that. Morgan, is that you?
Yeah, it's me. I brought some stragglers because once I told Lily that I went to Phoenix Flight, people were really excited to see Phoenix Flight, but you can leave them in the common rooms.
You didn't bring Asterius, right?
No, he didn't want to go.
Alright, good, I'll let you in.
Asterius, you're not invited. Bye.
I'm on, and she'll tell you she's at the left, the west side, study room.
Wow.
I'm totally leaving my friends behind to just be mesmerized.
Alright, to describe what you see almost like a theater type of setup as you enter. You
shit.
see a lovely dorm with this kind of waiting room with lovely rugs, and then a kind of a little tiny theater where there's a little stage for people to perform, with a backdrop being this massive core that's protected by layers upon layers of defensive devices.
The
Didn't they
amount
let us
of
do
power.
a mic night?
The amount of power stored in that thing. What?
Heck!
Anyone can tell that these are while it's glass, this is tempered glass, magically enhanced 1,000-fold. It's not something that can easily be broken, if at all. Which means that, thankfully, it's up to code for having a bunch of kids live so close to the core.
It's up to code. I love that. Morgan will give a little wave at Ezra, but leave them to their studying.
Mm-hmm. As you
Hi,
come...
Aaron.
Yeah, Morgan, you are below right now. This is you have to go up the stairs to get up to what seems to be a balcony that has a library and stuff to it.
Oh, I guess that Aaron probably yells down that it's actually up. It's oh, there's levels. Wow.
It's up. Alright, I'll focus the camera on this little conversation then. Philia, are you climbing you just immediately
Yes.
see Gek? Okay, so you climb on the bookshelves. I don't know if you're looking for a book or not, but as you climb, you see Gek at the top of one of the bookshelves with a little blankie and a little pillow, kind of reading a basic book, a basic common learning book. And she'll kind of look at you and go, "Friend!"
I'll say friend in Goblin.
Mhm.
Friend!
What?
And I'm just gonna sit and help her.
Okay, yes, she'll make room for you on this very short, short balcony, essentially.
Yay, friend.
All right. As you're settling in, let me check on everyone else. Everyone else just kind of vibing in the main lobby while when Morgan's meeting with Aaron,
Ermi is kind of entranced. It's crystal.
watching little sparkles. Okay.
Well, it's just
Studying.
Where am I? I must have buddies somewhere in here.
Start wandering around. All right, I'll get to everyone else after I talk to Morgan then.
You wanna be friends? Come up here. Come on. No? Okay.
All right. Aaron will look over at you, Morgan, and say, "All right. So I imagine this is about what you asked me about in class about what I found about the stones."
Yeah. I also brought some other things you might like to look at, and Morgan will bring out the stone that gives her the plus something arcane and her wolf skull. You seem to like things like this.
She'll kind of look at the skull, examines it a bit, doesn't see anything out of the norm with it, puts it to the side, sees the wolf stone, and kind of raises an eyebrow. Tap it a
Yeah,
bit,
it's nice,
turn
isn't
it
it?
around. Pretty sure it's magical. Seems to have
yeah.
amplifying properties to it. Was that Ermi? She'll look over the corner. She saw something very quickly run by.
He has the zoomies again, I think.
Is that?
Yeah.
How many did you bring with you?
Hi, Cal.
I swear
for her
I
to keep up
tried
with her,
not
man.
to bring them, but I think...
Aaron, I love you.
Oh my god, Lily.
Hi.
All right.
I'll explain, Aaron. I invited Lily, and then she told everyone.
It's okay. As long as Asterius isn't here, it's fine. So let's get into the details then.
I'm going to distract her so that she doesn't be Asterius.
So what I gathered from my weeks of examining these crystals, I think it was from some sort of portal activating.
Huh. Does that explain how the Stormhound became an eldritch monster with some
Not
portal?
at all. All I had to work with were the stones, and from what I can tell, planar magic was at work. it caused the stone to melt into some fancy color, but other than that, she kind of taps one of the examples she brought with her, like on the table. It's just a stone. There's nothing magical about it, nothing like useful about it. It's could make a good necklace, but that's about it. So nothing that would explain the Stormhound you encountered, from this at least, from the stone.
Huh. That is so strange, but also intriguing. Like, it doesn't make sense to me at all, but I can't stop thinking about it. Maybe that's the trauma, though.
You did have a lot. Are you okay, by the way? I didn't really have time to ask with the studying and all that, but you fought something quite difficult.
Yeah, it was a lot. I think, yeah. I don't quite know. That's a good question. Thank you for asking that.
Yeah. Well, if you need help, there are therapists, and also, if you have any lingering wounds, there's a med lab and all that.
I'm quite good at stitching myself back up. A lot of body parts are strangely covered in scars that seem like they've been stitched up.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up.
I'm quite sturdy. Anyway, I will insert this with sciencey talk as they talk sciencey things, and I don't know what other roleplay there's going on the side.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look around. Is there anything Hernan and Jeremiah up to, or are you guys kind of just lounging, waiting, kind of taking in the sights?
Well, I'm reading up a book.
Okay.
Weird wizarding dilemmas and their solutions.
Alright,
I'm
Dolly.
just trying to examine the core.
You're just trying to. Do you want to actually like roll to examine the core, or are you just kind of fascinated by
sure.
it? You can roll Arcana, see what you know about it. It did exist back in the day for you. Like, this isn't new, but this is your first time seeing it. All you can tell, lots of abjuration magic at work containing it so that the magic doesn't go, like, astray. But that's all you can tell of innate. Like, you just tell it's very powerful, and to the point where they need a lot of enchantments.
And I
like look at a nuclear reactor and figure out how it's going to work.
Exactly,
in like
yeah.
Minutes.
You could try something similar, Irby, yes. But as you're doing that, Dolly, you go up the stairs. And you know, Valmus will kind of turn to look at you with like a raised brow, like confused, like, Dahlia, how do you get in here?
I don't use the word kidnapping lightly. I was
What?
grabbed by my group and brought here for a reason, and then left to my own devices. And then I saw all these books, and I wanted to have a look if that was okay.
As long as you don't take any from our libraries, I'm sure it's fine.
Well, of course not. Sorry to disturb.
You'll hear like slurping noises from Ambrosio, who's sitting on a couch just sipping a drink, like, you know.
Nice.
You know what? The sound effects are getting real good this season.
Yeah. Yeah, you can look around. Ermi, even with a 15, you don't really know much about the core. You can tell more than Jeremiah. You can tell that you think all schools of magic are at play here to make it work and transfer the energy around the whole campus. But it is
fucking cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's what Ermi's gotten at. And eventually he will stop running back and forth to look at it from different angles and notice Ursus over in the corner.
Okay.
And he's gonna like slowly move over and just say hello.
Alright, as you're moving over, I'll move to Asteris first, who's here with Lorphine. You found one of your few Phoenix Flight friends, quote unquote, Asteris. She's kind of sitting on the ground, like cross-legged, kind of like rocking back and forth, looking at the core.
Like a traumatized rocking back and forth, or just chilling?
Just chilling, like, you know, sitting cross-legged, like going to the left, going to the right.
She's just looking up into this, isn't she?
She'll turn towards you as you approach. And for probably once in your life, you see her, she finally locks her eyes on your face. Oh, hello. I didn't know you were in Phoenix Flight.
I figured of all the places to be distracted by everything else in the sky, this would be it.
No, the doors are closed here.
The doors to what?
Can they not open here?
So this is where it's quiet for
Like this loud place of
focus?
like energy. Yeah, she'll nod. They can still open, but harder to do so here, so they don't try. You want to sit with me?
Yeah, you know what? I'd like that.
Yeah, and she'll kind of like scoot, like she'll do like little kind of like that butt scooch where she's like moving to the left a bit while still like sitting, so she makes enough room for you to sit down.
I think I'll just sort of chill here for a bit, not necessarily RP.
Okay. I'll come back to you towards the end then. Let me go over to Ermi. Ermi, you can see Ezra is above you, kind of at a table, like on a balcony, like 10 feet. This is definitely something you could easily scurry up with your Parvin legs and like your climbing ability. You also notice the Dragonborn Laldol. I don't know if you've ever talked to him. He's sitting, slurping like pretty much a canned good, kind of leaning back on the desk, leaning back on this couch, looking at you as you kind of run around the place.
He's gonna kind of like look back at the Dragonborn, cock his head, look up to the ledge, and he's just gonna. Do I roll acrobatics?
Yeah, just roll acrobatics. It's your climb check. Yeah, you're up.
Okay. He's gonna pop up there.
Ermi, right?
Hello.
Ezra kind of like looks down at you. Okay. How do you get in here?
Invitation.
Oh, okay.
I was just following one of my group members, and I ended up here. Wasn't really sure where we were going.
Well, welcome to Phoenix Flight. As you can see, it's bright. She'll motion to the windows where there's like just non-stop light coming through.
He's gonna kind of like jump in, like vibrate in place, and be like, it's gorgeous. So much magic, so many different schools of magic all going on at once. I wonder, did you guys get like a briefing on this? Do you know more than we do about it?
Apparently it's a...
And he's just gonna a million miles an hour with what he's like saying.
Ezra will kind of just say, apparently it's gonna be one of the dorm coming of entry tests they'll do next month. They want us to figure out if we can, learn about it on our own or not. I'm pretty sure they're planning something for each of your dorms too. You might want to get ready.
Oh, what?
Yeah, the upperclassmen, they play some sort of like prank on the first years. Well, not really a prank. I guess it's like a trial of entry.
He's gonna look over to Kel, look back at her, and be like, "Thank you for the information."
I think.
What are you looking at? What are you working on?
Oh, just.
What do you got there?
I already completed learning Sacred Flame and Prestidigitation. Kind of getting a jump start on some spells that have interested me. Meanwhile, up at the top, we have Philia turning into a goblin.
We figured out that the reason I can't pronounce things right is just like the body is too different. Like everything's in a different place, like physiology-wise. So it only makes sense that I turn myself into a goblin.
Oh god.
Friend, always goblin?
No.
Oh.
Just now, new goblin. You sometimes goblin.
Temporary.
Temporary goblin.
Gek made you goblin?
No, hat made goblin.
Oh, she'll go to poke you and then realize it's an illusion because of interacting with it and go, oh.
Hat.
Oh.
Oh.
She's sad now.
No.
You monster!
Gek thought she had a new goblin friend.
Can be goblin friend.
Yeah, Kel, you are welcome. There's no question about it. Like, Gek will instantly allow you to join their common studying group.
Yay.
Can I, somewhat retroactively, at some point, she's fucking sentient for a fucking change. Wait. What spells do you know? You You've barely paid any attention to any of these classes.
She'll slowly go one by one, showing you all the cantrips you've learned in class so far.
Wait, she knows all of them.
She knows all of them.
You know what? Let's go back to staring at the ceiling.
Okay. It's not hard to cast the spells.
Random, when you said one by one, I fully assumed you were going to say that her eyes one by one focused on her. So like one first the left blink, and then the right blink.
Wait. They're not hard to cast. Do you mean you picked them up easily? Despite being consistently distracted by, well, whatever you see up in the sky, the holes.
If I see something once, I always remember it.
Really?
Don't you?
Don't you, Asterius? That's a skill issue.
She's
What,
telling
like
me to get
hard?
good?
No, she's honestly surprised. She's like tilting her head. And you remember, she's an elf. She's a full-blown elf.
Maybe some of my family, not me. Although I seem to pick up fast enough compared to some of the other students.
Oh. She looks at you very sad. Your door's closed.
Door? Is that some innate magical thing? Would I have a clue what she's talking about? Is this like a familiar concept, like people who like pick up on spells so easily?
You can roll history or intel arcana if you want to know what get a gist of what she's talking about. I'll give you insight too if you wanted. Any of those. You think, based on what like how she's looking at you and how she seems very sad, you think it's because you're half elf.
Fucking turning this into
Wow.
a race thing.
Is she a full elf or is
She's
she
a full
human?
elf.
She's full.
Oh. Well.
You
She's
can't
a damn racist, is what she is.
you can't enter your trance.
I mean,
You can't remember.
obviously not. I am pretty much the only half elf in my family, so
She'll rest a hand, like a comforting hand on your shoulder, as if she's like very, like honestly very sad for you.
oh well. I like to imagine I'm not missing out on too much.
Your past lives.
My current one is short enough as it is. I'll make the most of this one.
She keeps
I don't
patting you on the shoulder.
I'm not too bothered about the past
Yeah.
one.
She doesn't stop. She'll keep patting you and for like a couple more minutes, just like
You know what?
comforting you.
I didn't realize she's this condescending when she's not staring at the ceiling.
Yeah, Asterian's gonna find a way to live forever and just kill all the elves.
You can roll insight. You don't, but from what you can gather, you don't think she's being purposely condescending. She thinks you think she's honestly sad for you that you can't like go through a trance like a normal, like most elves can.
Yeah, no, I'll believe it's legit.
Yeah. And then she, once she's comforted you enough, she'll go back to look at the ceiling.
Same.
As a reminder, in D&D, elves relive their past lives for the first 100 years of their lives.
Every time they sleep.
Oof.
Every time
I'm
they go through a
embarrassed enough
trance.
by my current life. Imagine the like hindsight embarrassment if you look at your past life.
Well, the thing is, they happen. You slowly forget about them as you age. When you're 100, or whenever the elven coming of age ceremony is, you stop reliving your past life and start reliving your current life. So it's both a sad and joyful thing, but it's like
And I'll be dead by the time
you'll be dead.
actually living your own life.
No, he
Yeah.
won't. He's gonna deal with a demon. He's gonna live forever.
All right, I imagine everyone's wrapping up their roleplay here. So Morgan, you finish your talk, and then Aaron says, "Well, gather everyone together, and then I'll walk you out."
Uh-oh.
Morgan looks behind her. Oh yeah, I'll just see how Lily is doing.
Morrigan, look, I'm a goblin.
Give us
Lily,
serious touch.
Morgan
Give them a
drags Lily's head aside. Lily,
Ah,
hide
hi.
Asterius. Make sure she doesn't see Asterius.
Oh, she's already going that way.
Fuck!
Okay, you distract her. I'll get a serious. Get her.
I'm
Aaron?
so Army is very confused. He's like
Thank you for
talking
having
to Ezra
us.
about spells and dueling and all that stuff, and then he sees they're all gone, and he's just like, "Oh,
Oh, but Aaron, don't you like? This is fascinating. I've never seen a core like this. Can I roll persuasion or anything
Roll
for how
me-
well I'm?
It's not persuasion. Roll me deception or performance. All right, we'll get back to you in a sec.
It's the desperation that makes it work.
Asterius, as you're kind of vibing Lorphine, you see Lily kind of roll up.
I'm a goblin.
Yeah, Goblin Lily.
Asterius,
Can you tell it's Lily? Can you tell?
What am I even looking at?
a goblin in a pink uniform and a top hat. What is
It's
confusing?
clearly
about
Philly's uniform.
that? Yeah.
Hi, Lily.
Hi! Asterius, you have to listen to me. I need you to put my hat on and disguise yourself as just literally anyone else.
Are you okay?
You just gotta do this for me, my guy.
You give me any reason or context.
Oh,
So, hi?
he can look like me.
Yeah! Basically, what's happened is that we were invited here, and Erin was like, as long as Asterius doesn't come. And Morgan was like, haha, yeah. And now it would be really awkward if you showed up, and it would be really nice if everyone could just be friends and have a good time. And that means that I'm so sorry, but you shouldn't be here. So I need you to look like Lorphine, please.
I didn't even want to come to this place, can you imagine?
No.
Alright, pass me the hat.
There you go. And I look like me again.
All right.
As Asterius now Lorphine wearing a top hat.
Do you become Lorphine or do you become someone else? You can choose. It's something you can choose, Asterius. It's like any.
I'll just go with Lorphine.
All right.
I'd like to give Lorphine a friendship bracelet while I'm here.
And she'll take it, and her eyes will widen, and it kind of like this kind of like amusement, seeing herself like with a top hat and doing different antics. That's it's like you're seeing yourself from a different. It's like 3D point of view that you've never really seen before.
You look amazing. Let's go.
I assume he knows how to act
Bye.
just like her because he interacted with her enough too.
I just stare at the ceiling.
Lorphine on meds.
Asterius, you still have to come with, though. You can't just stare at the ceiling.
What, is it not weird having two Lorphines stare at the ceiling?
I mean, you're both looking at the same spot.
Asterius!
Peace out, see you in glass.
Bye bye.
Bye. Alright. Bye, Raumus. Bye, Broslin.
Who was that?
Bye! Hey, look, guys. Loraphine's gonna come hang out with us.
Are we missing someone?
Lorphine is going to hang out with us.
Asterius, roll me performance to see how well your acting is. You have an advantage because I think out of everyone in the
Can I
party, you're the
help?
one who spent the most with. All right. Let me roll her
Numbers wise, we are
just
missing
flat
someone,
intelligence.
Can I lucky?
You could if you want. Yes.
And I lucky.
Checking the group chat, Haran already left.
though. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If it meets, it meets. So she does a double take, but only as you're leaving in like the door. Like she doesn't have enough time to come
Wait,
back.
that's a
to you.
weird hat. Where'd that
Listen,
hat come
wait.
from?
He has a 1d4 for
Oh, he does have a
charisma.
Why do I have a
yeah.
1d4?
Charisma
because it's
check.
Oh, it is
Charisma.
charisma. It is right. Yeah, you did
Yeah.
get that for this week. Yeah, and you beat it. She doesn't notice.
You're welcome.
Well, Morgan, it was nice having you. Just never let Asterius in here.
Oh, actually, where is he?
Get the fuck!
Skinny Daddle!
Excuse me? Was that
I grabbed
Goblin?
Dahlia's hand. I'm like, we have to leave!
What's happening?
Tricks!
The door won't open.
Tricks and mischief!
Oh,
Hi, Haran!
oh gosh.
He can
Hi.
come in here, Morgan, once he's learned to get the stick out of his ass.
What did that bitch say?
It's
You
a
gone,
shame.
you gone, Lorphine, you gone.
It's a shame she doesn't like Asterius because he did save my life. He's a very nice young man.
All right, moving on to the rest of the week.
Can I have my hat back?
What?
Can we have the rest of the party?
When was Asterius a dick to her? Like, when did that happen? 'Cause I think I
She's
missed it.
watched him talk with the other like first ranks and take off that very like we're the best, you know, with the noble and all that. So she's kind of never liked him after that.
Jeremiah.
Honestly, I think it's
maybe.
iconic that Eric plays a character that some NPCs just hate on sight.
And then there's ones who
That's
like
a
his snobby
real
behaviors, but they're also snobby. Jess.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm looking forward to meeting Des in the dueling chambers.
You're Chad there, Eric.
Can you add that hat to my inventory?
Yeah, Jess, I got you. I got you.
Oh, someone's about to get seasonal depression. Let's go.
What?
This is such an empty dorm.
Yeah, I ran out of actually, sorry, 1 second.
Give
There's
me
people
a
here, but they're not in here right
goblin.
now because yours happens during the day.
Hell yeah.
Philia.
Mhm.
As you sit in your dorm room, kind of like the later half of the afternoon, practicing one of your instruments. Which instrument of yours do you think?
Oh, the little violin.
The little violin, okay. As you're practicing it, you start to find your fingers moving in a strange way. A song, one that you have never heard or practiced, starts to play. Your hands move as if following muscle memory. A sensation that you're both in full control of... It's a sensation as if you're both in full control, yet also utterly helpless to. A song of nostalgia, with each pluck of the strings from the violin causing your own heart to swell. Pride, grief, various feelings beat from your heart, strong and irresistible, Jesus Christ, emotions that dance in your head. And just when you're reaching the culmination of the song, your fingers stop. You do not recall how it ends. Fofel, who had been sitting at her desk doing her homework for the evening, has long since put down her quill and had been listening to you. Why'd you stop?
I don't remember how it's supposed to end, but I didn't remember it anyway, so I don't know.
Huh. Can you play it again? It was nice.
Yeah, I'll try to pick it up from the beginning.
You don't remember the song at all.
So it went ba-da-da-da-da, right?
No, it went
No.
like... How did it go again?
Right? It was really pretty.
And I imagine you two spend the rest of your evening maybe talking about it as the others of your dorm kind of come back. But yeah, it was strange.
It's gonna keep me up all night. And I'm going to keep everyone up all night.
You keep everyone up and you go into the weekend tired. Weekend!
Yay!
Yay!
What's the plan for next week? What we got?
You have your excursion next weekend, so this is your final week. Do you learn a spell?
Excursion.
I think we were going to do free roam.
Yep.
Everybody does it.
Right.
Madeline,
Looks at
nice.
everyone. Right.
Pals in the city, let's go.
As much as
Where's it? Shit. That way.
All right.
Look,
Free roam. Is it?
Yes.
All right. As
Well,
you
that's good,
explore the
friends.
capital streets together, you find yourselves wandering down some of its side streets. You've somehow ended up on a second-tiered road, which has several raised roads overhead. The street seems to be humble enough, given its location, but the buildings here give off a more homely appeal than the pure metallic skyscrapers that on the first tier above them. A building catches your gaze as you walk down the paved road. A flickering neon road. Oh, 1 second. A flickering neon-colored sign reads, Elysian Brews. While it looks somewhat of run down, the faint smell of freshly brewed calf slowly reaches you from behind its closed doors. You may continue.
Oh, that's cool.
What's down the alley?
I don't know. Do you want to go on a hunt?
All right. As you open the door, you cause a small bell chime to go off, which announces your arrival. You first notice, Lily and Morgan, as you're the ones who opened and entered, that this is most definitely a cafe of some sort, given the closed-off booths and a bar. While small and compact compared to the other cafes you may have visited in the past, something about how it's set up invokes a familiar and cozy feeling in your chest. There's a goblin man with slick, gelled hair sitting in one of the 3 booths, reading a newspaper while enjoying a cup of caf and a cigarette. He glances down as you enter, sighs, puts out his cigarette, but other than that, he doesn't seem too interested in you. Once he realizes you're a bunch of, just a bunch of kids coming in.
Yeah. I'll say hello in Goblin on the way past, but not like stop to talk to him.
Of drinking age.
Oh my god. A human man stands behind the counter. He's wearing a cute apron that says losing brews upon it. He glances down at you, cloth in hand, while cleaning out a mug. I'll be right with you. Make yourselves comfortable in the meanwhile. As you walk into the cafe, a familiar face is looking back at you with wide and surprised eyes. Nora, the dark elf classmate from several of your classes, looks at you like a deer standing before a carriage. The cup of caf in her hands shakes violently as she's trying to process what's going on.
Yo,
Hi,
go see your
Nora. Hi! Do you want to join us? We'll just be over here if you want to come and sit with us, okay? It's okay if you don't want to. But...
I'm gonna pull right up to the bar. I'm actually gonna sit at the bar.
Alright. You sit right next to Nora, who's like kind of like in like, what? Huh? She did not expect any of you here.
I'll sit on the other side.
Okay.
Jeremiah, do you want to wear this jacket?
Cal, you're an adult too, right?
Just because you've matured advanced for your race, you're still not the drinking age.
No.
You can have coffee though.
Come on, let me get drunk.
Dahlia, are you sitting on your own booth or do you want to sit with everyone else because you're on the opposite side?
I was trying, but I couldn't work out the walls.
You entered, yeah,
the entrance.
that's the entrance, yeah.
I'm legally an idiot, just so you know.
Is that just a jacket here?
It's a jacket, yeah, but it's like a leather jacket.
Mr.
You don't know his name.
Sir? Mr. Coffee Man?
Yeah, he's looking up. He looks up at you as you kind of approach the bar, counter. Yeah, what is it?
Hi, do you have a lost and found?
Oh, that coat? Just leave it there.
Yeah. Oh. Should we sit in a different booth then? Is it like taken? I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Hernan, do you actually start going up the stairs in someone else's?
No. Okay. Guys, he says the coat lives there.
Makes sense to me.
Alright, make yourselves comfortable. Nora, you're alright? And she's like, oh, I gotcha. He'll take the calf from her, and then she seems to calm down a bit when she's no longer worried about spilling her drink and kind of... She'll turn to the one familiar face she knows, Kel, and kind of say, hi.
Kel says hi.
What brings you all here? Not that you can't be here, but...
Oh, we just wanted to explore. We've never been this way before.
To be fair, it smelled good from outside.
Yeah, it smelled delicious.
Just for that, young one, I'll give you a calf on the house. Let me brew it up for you.
Can I get it spiked?
Don't serve alcohol here.
Can I roll perception to see if he's lying to me?
You can roll insight.
Okay.
Apparently doesn't serve alcohol here. He gives you let's see. You want Americano? What do you want?
He's just
espresso? You just want like a flat espresso?
Yeah, just black coffee.
Alright. Puts it down in front of you. It smells great. like almost instantly just wakes you up already.
Yeah, he's gonna take a sip.
So, do you also do iced coffee?
Do I? Takes up some coffee, rolls, puts his hand over it, casts precipitation on it, hands you a nice iced coffee.
Ooh, do you have syrups too?
Young miss, I have everything you could imagine that would be in a cafe.
Why have we not been here before?
She
Listen.
starts to mention the most intricate coffee order ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on now, I thought you'd give me an actual challenge. He starts getting it.
This place is amazing, Lily. It is amazing. I think we all have the same joke in mind.
Well, we're not really a restaurant. If you're also hungry, I can whip you up something to go with your cough as well. So just let me know. Hands you your drink, Morgan.
Ooh, thank you. She will pay for it with the yes money.
Don't worry about it. You're friends with Nora, right?
I mean, we're in the same house.
He kind of looks over
I
at
like to
Nora,
think so.
who's for all you can tell is just still shaking, but he nods and says, "Yeah, you're fine then. On the house.
Aw, that's nice. Thank you.
Don't worry about it. You could call me Spark, by the way. I'm Gideon Spark.
Spark is a great name.
Ermi, that name seems familiar to you, but you don't know why.
Can I roll for
You may
that?
roll history, yes, as he's going around giving everyone their drinks that they order. Alright, you go through your list of names, you're like, oh, Spark's not that common of a name. You know, there are some, like, fire mages called Spark. There's some others, like lightning, stuff like that, they focus on aberration or evocation. And then you remember, Gideon Spark. Your parents had contacts with him, he was once the head of the Artificers Guild.
Ermi is going to spit his coffee out and just be like,
In his face?
no, just like in front of him. Like, and just be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. But
No, don't worry about it.
No,
Everyone spills sometimes. I'm cleaning it up for you.
no,
Waves his hand.
no, I don't think you understand. Do you see, like, he's gonna like point at his fur and then point at him. It's like, I recognize you.
Is Amy okay?
Ah, I was wondering if you were related. Seems we have some mischief here now. You're welcome.
Why did you retire?
Personal reasons, kid. A little bit too fast-paced for me after things happened. With you 22, you know that his wife died.
Oof. That'll do it.
Ermi's just gonna nod and help clean up his sprayed fucking coffee.
It's already gone.
Oh.
You can tell that while he may not be the most skilled in terms of like high-level casting, as the head of the Artificers Guild, he was like probably one of the most advanced magical tool makers and stuff like that in the country. Alright, but he goes around, make sure you all get your drinks. He'll bring it over to Philly and Jeremiah. Kind of put it down
Gears.
here.
Thank you.
If you look at Ermi, you can see him just staring at his coffee. The gears are turning. What this contact could do for this group. Like,
He chose a new life. We have to respect it. He retired.
Kel, do you know what you want to drink, Kel, or are you kind of like looking at like the board trying to figure out what to order?
Kel would look for a little while, but then he would request that whatever Nora's drinking, that's what I want.
Good taste. 1 second. He starts getting a coffee, and it's like, oh, it's a black coffee. Puts a lot of sugar in it. Puts some milk in it.
Sounds about right.
Put some like caramel syrup in it.
Yeah.
Here you go. Looks like she was about to
Is this
recommend it to you
motherfucker
anyway.
Retired and started a fucking Starbucks. What is this?
yeah, can I roll? Can I look at the machines that he's using to make his espresso and see if they are magically like crafted and imbued and how well the quality is on them? Like if this guy made these or not?
I'll let you roll Arcana or Investigation. Yeah.
Okay.
Next gen. would be the best way to answer it. These are the things not on the market yet.
So these are things that he's making.
Yes.
Okay. Hermes gonna kind of look at him and be like, "You haven't quite retired, I see."
I've retired when it matters. I'm a tinkerer now. It's more of a hobby than anything fancy.
Hermes gonna kind of like shrug his shoulders and be like, "I'm not the one that's good at that stuff. I'm good at shooting."
So you're still using that, Ether Gale? When was the last time you gave it a tune-up?
He's gonna look at it and be like, "I keep it clean, but it hasn't really needed work. I mean, maybe it does. I don't know. I haven't been home to visit family in a while."
Nah. Your family's kept it up to date as much as they can without remodeling the whole thing. It's useful. Definitely a good intro. We look over to, Nora has been giving her drink again, and she's slowly drinking it, as Kel, you finally have a taste of it, Kel. It's a good mix between actual sweetness, but also still has, like, that bitter aftertaste. It's actually, like, a good... It's refreshing. It's like a treat more than, like, something to wake you up.
It sounds delicious.
Her ears will wiggle a bit and be like, "It is, yeah, right?"
It's really good. Nora, like, we don't really hang out a lot in the room. I think you like keeping to yourself.
Yeah.
So I heard that at some point, usually, like, older years play some prank on younger years in the dorms. Have you, by chance, heard gossip? Exactly.
1 second. She manages to keep hold of her drink, of her calf, as you say that. She's about to drop it.
But you seem really attentive, so I thought that you might have heard something about it, or no?
No, I study. I didn't hear anything about it. Is it gonna hurt?
I don't think so. It should be more meant as a joke and as, like, a rite of passage.
Oh no.
Oh no? It's gonna be fine.
Can I stay in the room?
I don't know. We can see. We can always hang out, stay together.
Hermes gonna chime in and say,
noises.
"If it's anything like my clan's rite of passage, it generally involves something to bond over."
Oh no.
It's gonna be fine. You can, like, make sure together that you have to interact with the least amount of people as possible.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
As you guys are, like, drinking, you know, your coffee, or... He doesn't only have coffee, he can give you some other stuff too, like tea, but it's the main appeal would be the coffee here. You can kind of go back to cleaning out some of the mugs and, like, you know, cups as you kind of come over here, and he'll look at Nora and say, "Nora, if you want to hang out with your friends, just take them upstairs. I think I got that booth working again." Oh, I she, like, looks around and, like, kind of looks up at Kel and says, I wouldn't want to impose.
I don't think that would be imposing, and Kel would look around at everybody else.
Anything to get me out of this booth with Philia.
I'm happy to hang. You want to show?
I can hear you.
Yeah, sure. It's upstairs. And she'll make little tiny, like,
Why I said
steps.
it out loud.
Philia, it's okay.
All I was doing was pointing out that certain people definitely have crushes on other people. If you pay attention to who sits where in class, there's definitely some romances that are, like, there. I just have to push them in the right direction.
Do you have, like, a chart?
Yes! Do you want to see my chart?
Honestly, yes.
I
This
can
is
sit on
so
the floor and lay down.
fun.
Oh,
Alright.
it's
Oh, 1
color-coded.
second. As you
Yeah.
first come to the top of these worn wooden stairs, you notice that this attic is much more cozy than you might have first thought. While several shelves are filled to the brim with cardboard boxes and crates and, you know, coffee-related items, the faint sunlight that shines through the small windows above makes the dust-filled room give off a homely feeling. A small bed is made up in the far corner of the room, next to a work desk covered with tinkering tools and of all sorts. You also notice a magical entertainment device, a recent development that uses illusion magic to create a game of sorts that seems to have been recently repaired. And Nora will kind of turn around and say, this is, Gideon's spare room. I come here on the weekends to hang out and study.
That's
Is
so
this the
nice.
video game?
Yeah.
It is, for all, like, purposes, it is pretty much a video game. It uses a lot of illusion magic to conjure forth, like, pretty much like a fighting game.
I grab one of the controllers. And, okay.
So
Which
anyway,
way
here's my
there?
list of people who like Asterius and people who actually hate his guts on site.
I'm in the room.
And this is helpful to you!
One of these lists is far longer than the other.
Yeah, we're working on it.
So, Nora, is there a game that you like to play most?
I'm not really good at games. I like the noises they make.
It's not about being good, right? It's just about having fun.
If you'd like to play chess, we could make noises when we move things and it'll be the same.
Oh no, I'm not good at chess, but if you want to play, I'll watch.
I'm not good at chess either, that's what makes it fun.
We'll play if you want to watch.
She'll nod.
Okay.
I'll make noise and I get my violin out.
Roll me performance with it. Let's see if you actually give good ambient noise or if it becomes a horror game for the next hour.
Oh,
Oh
gosh.
no.
Alright, it's good
Oh my
ambient noise. Yeah, everything that's in this room is in this room now. There's a pizza, some cup
What's
noodles. That's a cup noodle.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
What a man. We understand this man.
I'm gonna stand on this like little stage.
Do you get on the shelves?
Yes.
Alright, Ermi, as someone comes from an artificer family, you notice that there is a bike model of an etheric carriage. To your right.
Yeah.
It seems to be relatively old, most likely one of the first prototype versions of the device.
What is it? Just a hoverboard?
No, it's like a motorcycle.
It's like a motorcycle. Okay.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, you guys just vibe here and you will all gain inspiration, so let me add that to... Yeah, you can roll intelligence. If you have proficiency in gaming, the chessboard you can roll with proficiency too. But as you do that, I'll give you all your inspiration.
I challenge everyone to this game. I will win.
oh, I'm not going to bother rolling. I'm not being a 24. Are you kidding me?
Kel and Hernan, you can roll sleight of hand to see who wins the fighting game.
Because of Gambler, I have advantage, right?
Let me double check.
That's that boon thing.
I'm just gonna beat everyone because I'm playing the normal game right now and I rolled a nat 20.
Woo! I don't know I come from a tribe.
I
do not
come
know
from a
this.
tribe. I think
So-
Gambler is like during downtime, which I guess this technically counts. Let me double check though, so I don't screw you over or...
Well, I've been wondering how to use that.
Yeah, let me double check. Where's my boons? Where are
Well,
they?
I'm gonna beat Kel anyway. So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Gambling. Your first skill check of any downtime activity has advantage, so yes. If this is your first skill check during your downtime, you have advantage, so you keep an eye on top.
I win, but I'm pretty consistent there.
You were fighting, but you were doing some basic combos, and Kel was running to the left the whole time. He didn't realize that was his character. He thought your character was his.
Absolutely.
Victory.
Morgan will point out to Nora how the pieces move, or like in a way as if she's talking to herself, but in that way explaining to Nora why she makes decision and which piece does what.
Right, yeah, you're teaching, like you're saying things out loud, but to teach yourself and her essentially. And she's kind of like lounging. She'll sit wherever there's comfort, like there's one on the chairs or on the couches watching. Kind of still reclusive and a lot like not like kind of being like more like subtle and like more relaxed, but you know, she's enduring.
As long as the attention is not on her.
Yeah, exactly. Like as long as everyone's doing something, she's fine. Like Philly's playing music, Jeremiah, Kel, and Hernan are playing the game. Sirius is just vibing there.
Yeah.
she knows that Asterius would never look at her anyway, so she's kind of relaxed.
Um,
It's like a cat.
so, Dark Elves historically, what's the story behind that? Do we know?
They were the first to come over from another continent. They're also known as Dark Elves. Dark Elves, Drow, is the more common verb for them, but they're also Star Elves. They're known to be, which is why, unlike the Underdark version in D&D, the Star Elves are more so, they have sunlight sensitivity because they're better at seeing the stars and like navigating through them and understanding them. So,
Do they live? Are they similar in elves in most
Yes.
aspects, like lifespan and all that?
you guys would know out of character too that the Star Elves used to be the nobility. Like they were the ruling class
Gotcha.
of elves back when the Emperor was still alive.
So she's very uncharacteristic to be this anxious.
Well, she's also a young elf.
Hmm.
Like they their maturity is a little bit, well, not as slow in terms of personality. They'll find themselves, but it takes a couple more years than other races. But she's just, as you probably know, is that she's relaxed when no one's looking at her. She seems to enjoy being like that wallflower, kind of just taking in the noises and like sounds of people having fun, and like that's the most relaxing for Nora.
She's like, don't notice me, senpai.
As the day goes on, you guys probably spend a couple hours here. If you get hungry, you can always just go down Mr. Spark. Just, he gives you more calf, he'll give you more food. He seems to be very relaxed here.
Did we ever figure out what Mr. Streep's deal was?
You never did, no. You just noticed he was conscious that you guys were kids and he put out a cigarette when you entered.
That's nice.
There is pizza, yes. But yeah, if you want to talk to Mr. Streeps, you can go down there and talk to Mysterious, but other than that, he's just a customer.
No. You know what? Fuck it, yeah. I'm curious.
Alright, so while everyone else is playing chess or hanging out up here, you go downstairs.
Irby will be making visits here later.
Sounds like a threat.
You can visit here every free room. Anyhow, yeah, so you go down. You can roll insight to get a general idea of his demeanor as you approach, but he's not paying much attention to you. He's reading like a newspaper.
Clue.
Yeah, he's just reading a newspaper, scratching his like chin. He has stubble on his face. Even as a goblin, just kind of relaxed, like chewing on his like some like meal he just got. He's been here for a couple hours now.
Is it always this empty in here? I mean, apart from like our big group that just came in.
Yeah, that's how I usually like it, but no wrong having some playful and energetic voices here every so often.
I can imagine. What did you get up to? Are you affiliated with the Academy as well? Seems everyone around here is, in some capacity.
He looks at you.
Yeah,
You gonna pay for that information?
Buy me some thieves' tools.
Like Army's crushed looking at you through the wall.
He's just some rogue motherfucker. Wait, his question was, am I gonna pay him for that
Yeah, will you pay for that
information?
information? Yeah, and you guys come from relative wealth, like families. You could probably afford a fee if you wanted.
I guess that depends. What are you asking?
It's about how much you want to know. You just want to know what I do for a living? 50 gold.
I love a man who deals like that.
You know what? I don't think I care that much.
See you, Cedarpath. And he goes back to reading his newspaper.
Oh, motherfucker! He knows who I am! Oh, he's toying with my mind. Okay, well, fuck this.
Does anyone else wish to interact with Mr. Strips before we end the weekend misadventure?
I would just say bye to him in Goblin as we're leaving. Like, she's literally just like, I know this word. I can nail this word.
The very
Just
poorly
bye.
pronounced bye. Like,
Yeah.
all right. Anyone else?
No, fuck that guy.
Can we buy a coffee to go?
After playing a bunch of video games and doing all the stuff and whatever up here, I would head downstairs again.
All right, so this is
When
maybe
these are
when
done,
everyone's.
now he needs a nap.
This is maybe when everyone's like leaving for the day. You stop by him.
Yeah, I would ask him. I would put the Aether Gel on the table and just be like, "You said it was kind of old and maybe needed to tune up. What do you recommend?"
I mean, your family's kept it well maintenance. You could just tune it a bit, but if you want anything stronger than that, you'd have to replace the entire model. It wouldn't be the same thing anymore. And I know that Aether Gale has a lot of family history.
It's kind of why I don't want to get rid of it.
In the meanwhile, is there anything you need? I know one of your excursions coming up soon, right?
He's gonna kind of look at the people passing by him out the door, and when they all do, he's like, "I'd like, even though it would be prohibitively expensive, but I think we could probably gather the gold with Frodo as a group, and get everyone in those boots that, who has the boots on right now? Is it Hiran? I think.
I don't know.
Whoever had the boots on, he would point them out as they left and be like, I want to get everyone those. Or at least something like them.
Kid, I don't think you'll have the currency to get everyone in your group those. Those are probably a couple thousand gold each. Why do you need them anyway? The uniform provides temperature control. I should know.
He's gonna kind of look at the uniform and be like, it's nice, but you know what I've seen. You know what my family's put out.
Listen, I don't think you're gonna have to deal with much dangerous on your first year at the academy. I think you'll be fine.
He's gonna kind of laugh at that and just be like, do you want to hear about our first excursion? Things happened.
Why not?
He would actually go into full detail about everything that happened, including the mistakes he made with the Griffin, and the full details of the weird Stormhound, and the wolves and organs and all that stuff.
We have time for that while he's making our
While we're walking out?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are leaving.
I'm staying after. Yeah, I'm staying after.
Yeah. Is
To
there a
chat with
tip
him.
jar around?
Yes.
I'm gonna put a couple of gold in. Bye!
Thank you kindly.
I like my Vente Mocha Coca Frappuccino
Okay.
with 2%, 6 pump mocha, extra, mocha drizzle, extra whip.
I keep telling you they
And
give me
at
a
that point, there's no
challenge.
coffee left. There's no coffee left at that point. What's wrong with you?
Don't forget the cinnamon.
As you're all like kind of leaving, and Ermy's having this talk with Mr. Spark, he'll stroke
Thank
his
you.
chin a bit, and he'll be like, well, that's done and done. I think you'll be fine going forward. If something like that happens again, come back to me, I'll do some looking into it, but that sounds like something the Academy should focus on.
Yeah, it was quite strange, especially the after effects on us. It's very weird.
Alright. Yeah, Nora will kind of like give you guys like small ways as you're all leaving.
Oh, and as we're leaving, as he actually is leaving this time, Irby's gonna turn around and be like, do you know where I can get some, how do I put this? I'm good at sneaking around, and if something like a chest is, out there on the excursion locked up, I might need to be able to get into it.
Before Mr. Spark can
Yeah.
even talk or say anything, you notice that Mr. Stribs has already kind of rolled up. He's probably pulling out a cigarette. He's probably gonna light once he leaves. He's paying his tab, and he'll slide something to you. Thanks for the information, kid. He heard everything you told Mr. Spark.
What did he give me?
Thieves' tools.
Oh, shit, okay. He's gonna grab him.
He heard everything you told Mr. Spark in confidence.
I was gonna say, we're not gonna we're not gonna react to that at least.
That's okay. Army didn't know any better.
Did he?
Nope.
Spark will just kind of sigh a bit, but he doesn't say much about it. Probably trusts the goblin a little bit. Right, well, if you ever need a place to hang low or just relax, you're welcome here. Right, Nora? He'll look over towards Nora, who's just nodding softly.
I assume the more people that know about the weird shit going on, the better. Let's be honest here.
Alright.
As we, like, are we heading out?
It looks like you guys are leaving, yes.
Yeah, okay. As soon as we've left, though.
Can I pick up this cat?
What in the fuck are you guys doing back there?
We found a cat.
The tabby cat stray does not like when you get close and runs off.
Oh!
Aww.
You gotta roll that animal handling. You can't just go pick it up immediately.
What in the hobo fucking infested? Okay.
It's the second tier of the city. It's not the worst off, but it's definitely more humble and more like what do we see, like a New York City type of deal, like a little bit dirty streets, you know, not as well maintained.
Yeah, it's a fucking dumpster.
Yeah, kitty.
Or you're just kind of like trying to get it come like towards you after you ran down an alley.
I
like,
can communicate with animals, so I might have been able to chat with it.
You have to come back here next week or another weekend.
Another weekend, another time to meet the cat.
Do you think the school would let me take a cat?
I think they do familiars, but not actual pets.
So I can just be like, yeah, this is my familiar.
I don't think the cat will let you take the cat.
I just have to make friends with the cat, and I can make friends with anyone, right, Asterius?
I have one wolf pelt from when we fought the wolves. I'm gonna lay the wolf pelt like over a chair for the cat, and then just leave.
All right. I have to go edit the map later.
Oh no.
Oh, David.
The cat's gone.
The cat's gone. It's just... Anyhow,
Something
all right.
in its life changed and he hates it.
Let's go and make your final rolls for learning Sacred Flame and Prestidigitation if you still need to.
Yeah. What do we do if we don't need to?
You're fine. You're good.
Can I start self-learning Mage Hand?
We'll look into that. It's coming up. Don't worry about it.
I self-study. You said the Ezra was self-studying.
Doesn't mean she's gonna get anywhere with it.
Son of a bitch.
All right, so Lily, that was your second check for Prestidigitation. All right, so you're at step 2 out of 3.
Yes.
You'll need to go to the Learning Towers, learn more of it next week.
Yes.
Hernan, that was for which
Sacred
spell?
Flame.
Sacred Flame. All right, let me add it.
That's my last one.
Is there anyone else who still needs to learn Sacred Flame or Prestidigitation?
I got all that shit, dude.
All right, Lily, you're the only one who did not master Prestidigitation.
Okay.
Sag.
But I'm doing real good in Goblin. I got like 6 weeks left to go.
One second.
Can I buy one thing while we're out?
Sure.
I need some painting supplies.
How dare you want to take up cultural activities?
Well, that's my actual proficiency.
Here you go. One sec.
I want to be fancy. I do oil paintings.
Nice.
Ooh.
Who are you going to paint like your French girl?
Is it Nora?
General Shepherd.
Nice.
Murder Shepherd.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Shepherd and Rex.
Nice.
Where did my notes go? I have lost the plot.
Mood.
Was it lesson plan? No, where did I know I wrote it. I know I wrote it. I'm insane.
Maybe you dreamed of it.
No.
These drinks are delicious. So glad I added cinnamon.
There it is. Haha, found it. Alright, the next week goes by. No big classes. Just like normal classes, your Sacred Flame and Presentation courses and Transmutation and Invocation, essentially. And as you wrap up the last class on Fasere, the 27th, you get a sending notification on your tablet. Your excursion for this month has been decided. Please meet your supervisor at the rail station tomorrow morning for the details. Without any more information to go off of, each of you prepare your packs for the journey tomorrow.
So what did they decide on our excursion?
You don't know yet, you have to come here for the details.
Hype.
As you arrive at the Etheric Rail Station on campus, you notice several supervisors are here, each managing their own groups. You see in the far distance Supervisor Verdun waiting patiently for you all, as he examines a scroll in his hands.
I better not mess it up like last time.
Supervisor Verdun, I have a social group question.
Hmm?
You've seen a lot of classes that meet each other for the first time and become an excursion group. Like, I'm surprised to see that when I go somewhere, everyone seems to just assume that we're all going together. Is that a normal thing for everyone to do?
Well, throughout the years, there's a lot of times where groups stick together for all 5 years of their lives here.
5 years of us.
Oh God.
Okay, so this is,
4 more campaigns.
okay, this is normal. That's nice. Okay.
Hey. Oh yeah, I guess
Hi, Lily.
simple.
I was
5
just
more
checking if your
years.
behavior was normal, and apparently it is, so that's really nice.
Every trip's an excursion when you have a party.
I think I gave the DM a heart attack with what I said.
he turned into Mickey Mouse.
Michael Mouse.
Michael Mouse?
Mortimer it is, right? His long name?
No, that's a different mouse.
Alright. As he kind of clears his throat after giving you your answer, Morgan, he says, Alright, you've all arrived. We're on the next rail out. We're taking line 3. Don't worry though, we're not going somewhere far.
I feel like our debrief on the previous excursion was a bit like
You know,
Well, that was for everyone. As you guys kind of get into the trail, into the rail and start making your way down the hill, the mountain slopes down into the city.
As people go on ahead, and it's like
Mhm.
me and Haradan hanging back, and definitely Ernie's out of earshot. Haran,
hmm.
you feel like Ernie is a bit of a weird character.
I feel like he is a. How
the
do you
word you're looking for
say?
is liability.
Deadweight? Oh, that liability. Yes, yes. I'm gonna say deadweight and problem and furry little mascot who I wish didn't exist.
I like to imagine Ernie popped up and said liability, like he was always there.
Do you ever wonder if he's just like one day gonna take that gun and just sort of shoot up the
Oh my!
school?
Moving on. Moving on.
So,
Jesus.
yeah.
Anyhow,
Should we make
on the
some,
rail, on the rail.
Like I'm saying, what? My mouse is just a different guy.
We were on a very different sidetrack.
I thought that was going somewhere completely different.
Verdun is right there, guys.
You take the etheric rail a short distance outside of the main tier of the capital, leaving behind the tall buildings and moving across a more open region on the outskirts. Snow is more common here, so far away from the winding alleys of the city, and warehouses and storehouses make up the majority of the buildings here. As the rail is starting to near the station, your supervisor, Verdun, looks at his scroll and speaks. Alright. This month's excursion is to test your battle capabilities. Given what you lot endured last time, I don't think you'll have much of an issue with this month's task. Your group has been assigned to work with the Magus Order to clean up a recent incident. If you wish to know more about the Order, you can roll history to see if you know anything. All right. Okay, Cal. Jeremiah, you don't know. Because this probably hasn't existed since you were, didn't exist back in your time. Dala, you just never knew. But Asterius and anyone who really got above like a 12, you know that the Magus Order is a portion of Nagala's military. While the country does have an official military like other countries, it tends to be on the smaller size. Smaller orders tend to pick up most of the work when it comes to maintaining the law. Each order serves a specific purpose. The Magus Order, for example, is known to deal with incidents involving cults, terrorists, or rebels.
I'll relay that information if it's the most normal thing ever.
So you've done some light reading. That's right, it's gonna be dealing with occult aftermath. You'll get more of your details when we arrive. Speaking of, the rail kind of pulls into the station, you and like people get off, and you make your way through these warehouse streets, essentially. You notice him checking his tablet with a slight frown on his face, but he keeps a brisk pace. He's like trusting you all to keep up with his long strides. He's not like slowing down for you. Your walk takes you to a large complex of warehouses, each constructed out of a mixture of old stone and even older metal. While the inner tiers of the city are often kept up to date with constant construction and upkeep, the outskirts receive funding to merely maintain them and keep them operational. You stop outside one of these warehouse complexes. Right. This is the place. Stop sending messages on your sending tablets. I'm right here. You are to receive the details of your mission from the captain inside. Don't worry, they already know you're coming, and they also know your faces. Just stay on your best behavior, do what you're tasked with, and return. No flare to save you this time, but you really won't need it. The finer details of your expedition will be recorded through your uniform, as it was last time, such as the damage you took, the spells you cast, and the things you received. This is not timed. You are not competing with any other group. This is just to see if you can do the task you've been assigned. Understood?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Should we address? Oh.
There you go. As you make your way into the warehouse, you notice dozens upon dozens of storage devices spread out across the large room. Several guards linger around, chatting amongst themselves while providing support when needed to the order. The guards seem to recognize your uniforms immediately as you enter, getting out of your way. One of them, a dwarven woman, gives you a welcoming smile and nod. 1 second. Over here, children. The Magus Order are waiting for you down these stairs here. She motions to a set of stone stairs that had once been hidden beneath what appears to be several shipping containers that have long since been dragged out of the way. The way down is fairly lit up. Yeah?
Is it correct that we're still on the train map?
You're in the warehouse. I don't have a map between the actual map and here, so we're kind of...
Oh, okay.
Through
Yeah,
your
I'm with
mind,
you.
yes. The way down is fairly lit up now by hovering globe spheres and other illuminating devices. It most likely looked far creepier when it had first been located and discovered. Do you make your way down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's dark, I'll turn on my light.
It's bright.
uniform.
It's bright enough here right now. Like it's
Okay.
yeah. Like they lit it up.
Oh, this place looks terrible.
In 1 second.
What happened?
Wow.
Can you give me
This looks
20
nice.
seconds? I need to grab some real quick.
Yes. 19. 18. No. We'll wait.
Well, I'm assuming the moment we get down here, it just looks and smells like death.
Yes, I will
There's nothing
describe
wrong with that.
once everyone is back.
So I never learned how to clean, so I'm really going to count on everyone to tell me what I should be doing, okay?
Look at that man's jawline. Jesus Christ.
Hell yeah.
Philia, why don't you cast Prestidigitation on all the bloodstains over there?
Yeah, sure, because we can all do that spell. Morrigan, help me.
Don't worry, I know exactly how to clean blood.
Okay.
Oh,
Do I use the broom that I also fly with, or is that a separate broom situation?
you
That's a
don't use
separate
broom on
broom.
liquids.
Then what do you use in the liquids? It
I'm
can't just
gonna-
be prestidigitation.
I'm gonna
And
tell
what?
you all about mopping and about water and the exact type of soap you use and how much bleach, especially for blood. It's gonna be fine.
Lily's
I
eyes
think
start to
I'll look
glaze over.
People do that for me. That's why we live in like the big commune. Like, it's a shared experience where like we help them find the love of their lives. They do everything for us.
Sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back.
How successful is that commune?
Very. I'm rich.
Wow.
As you guys discuss this as you're making your way down the stairs, you soon find yourselves... Sorry, as you descend, the sound of muffled voices start to get louder and more clear. You soon find yourselves in a lobby of sorts, carved into the raw stone around you. Even the least observant amongst you immediately notice the telltale signs of battle, from scorch marks near burnt furniture to several body bags near dried pools of blood. The scent of iron
casually. Great.
is strong down here, as well as the ever-advancing stench of death. A human man, dressed from head to toe in full plate armor, turns to look at you as you enter. He reaches up to his helmet, detaching it with a slight hissing sound as air being released to reveal his face. "So you arrived," he says as he's placing his helmet on the scorched desk next to him. "Apologies for the mess. We haven't had much time to clean up after the raid. If the smell is too much for you, let me know. I have a few cloths here for you to wear around your noses, so you'll help dull the scent of blood for a while."
Sorry, there was a raid?
Well, yeah. I guess I should start with, do any of you know what we of the Magnus Order do?
Wait, wasn't that the
Being-
information I got, or was that something else?
That's the information you got, yeah, so he's just making sure you guys know what you're...
Yeah, I'll relay it.
Oh, good. Just to just make it more clear, we deal with hunting down forces within Nagala that risk disrupting its foundations. In this case, we were hunting cultists, specifically ones who were doing illegal research into genetics. All you need to know is that we've dealt with the majority of their forces, and only some lesser undead have escaped into the sewers beneath us.
What?
Don't worry. We've deemed these undead are of little to any threat. After we reported this, your academy asked us to hold off culling them so that you students could come here and do it instead. From our divination, there are roughly 3 pockets of undead to defeat down there. My recommendation is that you take it slow and steady down there. The sewers are made out of winding paths, and those on the outskirts are rarely adjusted. Take it slow, alright?
Morrigan will raise her hand.
Yes.
Were these undead used by the cultists for defense or for like service work, like cleaning and stuff?
It was mostly service work, which is why we don't deem them to be that much of a threat.
She nods. Okay.
Think of this as just mobile target practice, honestly. But if for some reason you find yourselves in danger or unable to continue your mission, make your way back here. And if you haven't finished in a few hours, we'll consider your mission a loss and come to rescue you ourselves just to make sure nothing's happened.
He
Any
said
questions?
3
He said it
packs.
wasn't timed.
Yeah.
What?
Out of character, he said 3 packs of undead.
Yeah, cool.
So our guy said it wasn't timed, but there is a time because we only have a few hours.
It's mainly
before.
out of safety. It should not take you longer than a couple hours, is what he's saying out of character.
Okay.
It's not like you gotta. It's not like be as fast as you can. He's like, just get it done. If we haven't heard from you in a while, we'll come and get you. Essentially,
Gotcha.
they're not gonna let a bunch of kids just die down there.
Hmm.
I would. Okay.
Any other questions?
What's your name?
Moving on.
Oh.
Picks up his helmet.
So, if we find anything interesting on, like, what type of things would you want reported if we find anything?
Abnormalities, I guess, but there shouldn't really be much down there. It's just a bunch of service skeletons, I imagine, or maybe some zombies that escaped down to the sewers that are now a threat to anything without a master.
Okay.
Well,
Do we get to
regardless,
keep any loot?
if there is loot to be found in the sewers, sure. Sure could. You can keep it. Regardless, good luck down there. He puts his helmet back on. Theroy
Morgan
here will escort.
raises her hand again.
Yeah.
On occasion, there's like undead that are supposed to be in the sewers to clean them, but there are none of those around here, right?
No, and even then, you should be able to tell by their uniforms.
Okay.
Regardless, good luck down there. Theroy will escort you. If you'd like to look around the scene up here, you're welcome to. Just do not disrupt my soldiers from their duties. And he puts his helmet back on and goes back to sending messages.
Bye.
Alright, Theroy will raise his hand. He's a soldier here. Alright, if you follow me, it's not that far. I can also wait to you if you want to go look around on your own, but honestly, there's not much to see here, just the aftermath of the battle.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Alright.
The game is still paused.
So what are we
Bye.
out of
Yay.
character? Like, what do they want us to do? Just check
Kill
around
the
and
zombies.
They want you to clear the lesser undead here as a practice, like a form of combat training, essentially.
oh, okay.
Which is also why they taught you Sacred Flame and all those, like, kind of spells there, just to make sure that you can do your job, essentially, in the future.
Oh, this guy got crushed.
Yeah, this, you can tell as you're walking through that this is where the most fierce battle of the battle happened. Oh, you guys are, okay, yeah, he went to the door you need to go through, and you guys just went down the other hallway. He'll wait patiently.
I can't see the rest.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can't see.
Cast light.
Oh, you need to cast light, yeah.
I cast it on my uniform.
Alright, 1 second.
20-foot radius.
Like I posted a screenshot in the chat. It's a really weird thing that I can't
It's
see.
dark because you don't have light, right? Yeah.
Okay.
What color do you want your light to be, Ophelia?
Pink.
I should have known.
Of course.
Freaking knew it.
It's just like, yeah, we knew.
Is it this guy we're following?
Even with light, I still can't. Like, with her having light, I can't. Okay.
I had to update it finally. Is there anyone else who wishes to cast light if they know it?
The Venga Busters come.
I technically know it, but I don't care.
You can cast on someone else.
Oh, wait. I
You're
see
gonna change your
Ernie.
color, aren't you?
I tap light on Ernie.
That's
Oh, you
smart.
see him.
No, I know. I refuse.
You refuse. Alright, Theroy will kind of like tap the stone behind him with his gauntlet, causing the stone to kind of dent a bit, and he'll motion down the hall. When you're ready, you can just go down to the sewers there, but no rush. If you want to look around, you can. Just making sure you know where to go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Does
you,
anything stand out in this room?
Apart from the bodies.
Yeah, before we leave.
You want
Any
some
symbol?
light?
Quite a shit show.
You just know that from a general tell, you can tell that this was a ritual room of sorts, dealing with conjuration and necromancy, and that it was where the battle was the most fierce.
Is there any sort of symbols to give us an idea of what these groups were?
You were Arcana. Or history, if you're trying to figure out a group.
Can I ask the soldier where their clothes went?
Huh?
Those
Wrong.
skeletons are naked.
I mean, even the non-skeleton ones.
He'll motion to
What
the
is that?
scorch marks. Fireball.
Burn.
Kel, and Asterius, I should probably ask for religion too. These were cultists of Lucis. Not worshippers of Lucis, but ones who most likely took his dogma to the next level, as you can tell from the sigils on these markings.
Oh, they eat each other. And their enemies.
Are we gonna get eaten?
Chances.
Do you ask that in
not
character?
zero.
Yeah.
The guard will just kind of chuckle and say, "Most likely not. They're dead."
Okay, but what if would the zombies not want to eat us like doubly? 'Cause zombies eat people, right? And I look at Morrigan, like, right?
That's
Not per se.
a myth.
Oh, but
Man.
these ones will because of the cult.
They're service creatures of undead. They should not be that much of a threat.
Oh.
Also, zombies don't transform you if they bite you. I don't know where that myth came from either. They're literally just animated corpses by necromancy magic.
Weird. Okay.
Read it in a book.
Read it in a
Faraway
book.
land.
Alright, one moment. Scroll down. As you descend as a group down these long and winding stairs, it's not long before the remnants of light from above fade, casting you into an eerie and wet darkness. The air is cooler down here, the distant sound of rushing water cascading along the stone walls. With your hands on the side of the walls, being led by those of you with dark vision or by the faint light of Lily's pink light cantrip, you manage to reach the bottom of the staircase into the entrance to the sewers proper.
Kel, we're lying entirely on Kel speaking up here because he has the longest dark vision out of anyone right now.
Ancient stone walls tower above you, each cold to the touch. Faint moss and fungal growths cling to them, most likely adapted to survive in this strange environment. Hissing noises sound above and around you as steam travels through the hundreds of pipes in this area. And we will end the session here, as you have entered the sewers on your second excursion. The goal: find 3 pockets of undead, cull them, and come back up.
Easy.
Easy.
What could go wrong?
Nothing.
And this time we stick to the mission.
And not
We
run
always
off.
stick to the mission.
But
I
it's
cut-
I'm going to see something shiny, and it's going to cause a problem.
I'll be
Can
right
I
back.
cast?
We're gonna replace you with Nilra.
Anyone cast Dex before
I cast light on Ernie unless he
No.
rejects it.
No,
No.
I would dodge out of the way. You wouldn't be able to.
Roll a dexterity
Oh
saving
god.
throw.
As you deal with this, I'll be right back. Alright, that was episode 7 of Immiscible Atonality. Some quick Academy roleplay to get to the next excursion, which is now taking place down here in the sewers. Will the party manage to clear all the groups of undead easily, or will there be a hitch in their plan? Find out next time. Until then, take it easy.